You know what? Pour up some shots.
Okay.
Let's pour some shots up. Are you gonna be able to focus?
On what?
Are you gonna be able to focus?
On what?
Yeah, that's gonna be difficult.
I thought
That question is subjective.
I thought this was the show.
Psych.
Should say
Do we need one more? I think we
shots.
need one more.
Yeah, we need the other glasses too.
Shots.
What are the glasses?
All right, here we go.
I'll right in my bag right here.
Come on. Can you guys see this?
Yeah. Well, here.
Oh, I can't do that.
Can we not?
You doing Chester shots?
For the later half.
It's like a maze. It's my beer maze.
Where?
Oh, it's the side pocket.
Gotta get David in the shot. So what the fuck? What up, guys? So
What's going on?
Nobody can hear us anyways.
It's still.
can you hear us? What do you mean? We still have audio here.
Yeah.
Audio.
Let's just keep it going.
sound for us
So
over
yeah,
here?
straight up. How was your weeks?
Oh, let's take the shot. Let's take the shot.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry. Chill out.
Badong, you want a shot?
Hear what ails me.
What?
Maybe it'll cure what ails me.
Nailed.
Oh, that's a chokehold.
Nailed,
This
boys.
is really that's what's gonna give.
There we go.
Here's your cure.
Thank you.
Like mom used to say, take a capful. Take a capful.
A cap a day will keep whatever away.
Cap away.
And he even hit the. Here we go.
Here we go. So,
Wow.
So yeah, how was the week?
What happened here?
elbow just elbow. Anyways,
That was your funny bone. It doesn't get to be like work a lot.
Doesn't get-
You're
no.
not too funny.
I'm not too funny at all, actually.
Thanks for explaining that.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to be Cheza. Cheza doesn't like when people give him Cheza responses.
How's that? What do you mean?
So Cheza asked me for all these our guest handles today. Like for today, he asked for the handles, and I'm like,
What's
I
today?
already posted it. He's like, yeah, but
No,
that doesn't
listen,
help me
listen.
because I already have my post open
Listen
right now.
Listen how this works. I messaged David because I'm fixing up a post, and I was like, okay, I only have like the one for the letter Z. So our guest this week is Just Over Brilliance, a Toronto group. We're gonna get into that, but so that's the only one I could find. So I messaged David. I said, David, can I get the handles for everything? I wait.
David ain't got no handles.
No, listen.
We don't know yet because we haven't had the 2-on-2 game.
But so I'm like, look, I'm waiting for David to respond. Then I get a tag on Instagram. David has tagged you in a post.
And then I respond.
And it's the tags for everybody. I'm like, why you just send me the damn tags?
Because I hit him up. I'm like, bro.
He's
I
like,
already
I
posted
just
it.
tagged it. I'm like, I'm in the middle of a post. Can you just give me the tag so I can make the post? Like, he's
Sorry.
like, I just did it.
I just did it, but he doesn't like. That's his response, isn't it? Typically.
It's not a chess response. You guys don't know me.
Well, that was my week. That was like the highlight of my week.
What was?
Okay.
Chess.
Trying to be Cheza for the week. Yeah.
Okay. I try that every day.
You try that every day? That's a daily thing for you?
Daily daddy thing.
Dilly dally. In your week, sir. Is that your final
Weren't we
answer?
just here yesterday?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I wasn't.
Where were you yesterday?
We're kind of like MIA. We didn't hear from you at all. Pretty much.
Yeah. It's,
Were
I
you
wanted to
were
keep
you at
it
a show?
calm. No, I wasn't.
Oh, that wasn't last night.
No.
Because you were putting up these posts. Maybe it's just one that kept. Yeah, you put up
Yesterday?
a video of a show. Yeah, like 3 hours today.
Oh no, that's today.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well do mine then. Highlight of my week. DJ SB is like a little sister to me. She went to the JLX show and he pulled her on stage and she got to rock for like a minute. And
Nice.
wowed the place, impressed him, and yeah, it's just dope to see her. Like I saw her when she first started recording with Class of '93, and she was really shy getting on stage and all that. Just seeing her develop as an artist and just have that confidence, it was just amazing to see. So I was really, really proud to see her on stage and can't wait to see what she's doing next. So
They got it on video?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Thank God, because J-Lex for Chronica is going to disappear. I never get that.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's the Detox album.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
was the
On
show?
his first album.
This was at can't remember.
What day was this?
Yesterday.
So-
Last
what
night.
is
Last
this?
night.
That's what I
No,
just
no,
said.
I wasn't at the show.
Oh,
I got the video sent to me
okay,
today, so I
okay,
posted
okay.
it today. I think it was last night or Friday, something like that. So, but yeah, really good seeing
Does he have
that.
to leave because his music? Like,
You'll still hear my voice.
While my song takes my place. Yeah, but that was really dope seeing her get that moment. So
the whole thing.
Random.
So moderator, how was your week?
It was okay. I didn't really do much. Created a few videos. Like I'm starting on Iceberg Society making lists. So I started most must-have albums to have in 2017.
Okay.
So I listed like it's mostly the established artists for that one. I figure like so Maestro, Mercules, Madchild.
Are you just going through the M's right now?
Adam Bomb.
And for all the artists, starting with Y.
It'll be a minute.
It was only 15, no 16. It was 16.
All the artists started with Y. It'll be a minute.
Oh, I think you said one. I was like,
Oh,
I thought of one
with
that
L.
quick. I was like,
Any artist that with L would be a minute because you'd have to go through all the littles
Yeah.
and then you.
Really? Why is that a thing though? Like,
It's always been a thing.
No,
It's because Lil
been a
Wayne
thing.
is their poppy. Like
No, but it
that's
was-
Lil Wayne.
it wasn't
is,
that popular before that.
But
In the
Lil
90s
Wayne
it
is
was.
their influence.
Who else was little besides Wayne?
Lil Fame, Lil Kim, Lil Zane.
Okay, you got 4
No,
out
not
of
yet.
All
out of-
on major labels, by the
No,
way.
but you got 4 out of 800.
yeah.
No, you got 4
And
out of
that's-
800 on major labels right now.
That's Lil Dap. These are just ones I'm rifling
But they
off.
also
if
got
Lil
rid of the
Flip-
little.
Lil Flip
They also got rid of the little.
Yeah.
Later.
when they grew up, but
And
these kids are
later.
still
and,
little.
and funny enough,
These are all
I
kids.
got the littles later. I did the littles after.
But you're also after
Yeah. And
He's also been posting a lot about the
IPL.
IIPL, yeah.
yes.
the which?
Can I tell you that I like the
Iceberg
graphic?
Invitational Performance League.
Oh,
Still waiting for the chain though.
Oh no, we're gonna have a whole coronation. Like I'm planning this out. I'm thinking more like
we need one of those.
King of the Ring stuff. You know, like King of the Ring. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
anybody go to
crowning.
King of the Dart last night?
No, but
No.
shout out to we
King
are
of the
having
Dot.
we are gonna have
Shout
Bishop
out to
Baganchi
Bishop.
in what 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna
Yeah,
tell us
2
all
weeks.
about Gully versus Gannick. That was done last night. So yeah.
So is that what was happening last night? It was Gully versus Gam?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know
Yeah,
who
yeah,
people
yeah.
are.
Organic is the owner, Gully is another.
Again, don't know who these people are.
Just
This
KLCD.
is Hater Dave. Hater
Dave.
Dave is doing his segment now, but he'll have another segment
He
later.
was sprinkling it all the way through.
So it's funny because you moderate this type of bottle on Sundays, and then the rest of the week you're moderating different types of bottles.
Kind of bottles.
He doesn't get
Baby
it.
bottles.
See, I don't get it because my kids don't use baby bottles right now.
Baby watching.
Your kids. The
Okay,
only
they
one
use
that was.
Grown
Well, it's
up
breastfed.
big kid
Okay,
bottles.
So she doesn't. He doesn't use
Okay.
bottles.
Okay.
And
They
then,
use big kid bottles.
The other
Fair
one
enough.
does more bottles.
And they would put on their
Doesn't
big
use bottles.
kid
Sippy
bottles.
cups.
Yeah.
But still, I got it. Like, how could you not get that? I thought you
It's just
on
because
his own.
I am realistic.
Can I say something?
Oh,
Okay.
Can I?
Oh, we jumped to the game like.
Oh,
what?
Can I
by
say
the way-
something?
By the way,
I'll do the air horn if
I want to hit. I want to.
Yeah,
I
okay.
want to.
Okay.
I can't wait to go to Sudbury so I can trip Ronan.
yeah, Ronan,
Ronan, don't do
you
that.
can't tag me in it because
Ronan,
it didn't
don't
work.
do that.
It didn't work with me.
Ronan,
Work with
don't do
him.
that.
what?
Ronan's tagging us when it comes to food that his mom's cooking that we can't get. Like, don't do
Yeah,
that.
but like I don't eat oxtail, so
No. You're a ridiculous person.
or goat. So
You're just a ridiculous
Can you
person.
pass me that?
chicken, yeah. I don't do goat. I don't do ox. So I don't know why he tagged me, like as if like you know.
Give me a heart attack.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's also not cute.
Nice catch.
I didn't think there was actually anything in it. There was.
Surprise of the week goes to.
So
Oh,
what's like,
man.
what is some like big news topics this week?
Big news topics.
Oh, wait, did they lose it?
MacArthur.
No, it was a stop.
Big
They marched on the field.
They're
They had to
News
stop them.
topic.
They got a field goal.
By the way, we're also
just
watching the
reviewing it.
Super Bowl at the
Okay.
same time.
So
Yeah, we're watching the Super Bowl.
Chesa posted something about a dipshit promoter in the city that people still support
What was this on? Because
on Facebook.
Okay,
You
I'm
The
remember
not
book
Facebook.
face. The book face.
huh?
the book face.
The book face. and about a show that an artist that this dipshit is bringing up.
Oh.
Yo, bro,
Which one is it?
he posted
I didn't know
on his Facebook page a video. The tag for the video is "I'm a child molester and I'm free."
What?
From this artist he's booking.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah, y'all gonna have to run
he
that
posted
back.
this video. Hell no, for real. Like
That's
he posted the video,
It's on his page. He posted the video.
and that the title of it is "I'm a child."
Okay,
molester
wait,
and I'm
what?
free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So 6ix9ine.
Yeah,
whatever.
okay. We were talking about
Yeah,
this.
Yeah. He posted on his
Who's
Facebook
6ix9ine?
page.
Okay, so there's a rainbow braid artist. You ever see that artist with all the rainbow hair?
Takashi 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
Tekashi
Okay,
6ix9ine.
I thought you meant in the city.
No. Tekashi.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, so posted on his page that he
I'm
is
ashamed
a
I know
child
his
molester.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh,
Yeah, you know all his names.
I knew it was 6ix9ine.
So yeah, he posted,
That
"I'm a
wasn't
child
sure if that
molester
word
and
was-
I'm free."
He put
He put that?
He put that on his page. His video, he's like this, doing a selfie video, and the tag at the top is "I'm a child molester and I'm free."
Hold on a second.
Yeah, see, the thing is, like,
What did he say?
He said, "I'm a child molester and I'm free."
you better watch how he edits that shit. You
Just
walked right into that shit. You walked right into that shit.
Oh, cool.
I'm like, watch David walk right into this.
Right
shit.
into it, not paying no attention. None.
it was perfect, like he said.
Hate your guts.
It's like when you used to play baseball and like you get the ball and the runner doesn't know.
Oh,
So you're
yeah.
waiting for the runner to, the little bush league. That's what that
Come
was.
around.
That's exactly what that was. I've never played baseball.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
No, well, and you fell right into that.
Right into the trap.
So
Yeah, anyways, carry
So
on.
you were
Bro.
continue.
So what was he was the promoter of the show, or
No.
he just that's him?
No, that's him.
6ix9ine.
So he actually got charged, or he
I know
pled guilty.
he was-
He pled guilty for
the. Was it?
Yeah, so
What is the charge?
he was in a
What's the
room
charge
with a
like?
bunch of other dudes filming, I guess, a couple of them slamming this 13-year-old girl. He was 17 at the time.
no. He was actually 18.
Regardless,
It's still that's
doesn't make it
Yeah, it
better
doesn't make
either
it
way.
better at all.
And he pled guilty to it.
And he pled guilty to it.
and the
I mean,
really,
they distributed it.
the
Yeah,
really
put it
bad
online.
thing
Posted
about
online.
the really bad thing about it is he's got a fan base that's not going to care about it.
No, they argue. When I put it up on Facebook, they're like, "You don't know the whole story." I was like, "All I know is he pled guilty for child pornography or a child, whatever it was,
Child molestation.
child molestation.
Molestation.
If he pled guilty for it, what else? What more does?
What else do I need to know?
What are you defending at this point? Like, do you like someone's music that much that you're going to defend their character?
R. Kelly. Proves
Well,
yes.
yeah, I mean, who? Yeah,
R. Kelly.
R.
proves
Kelly,
yes.
I'll tell you right now, I'm only defending the first album. After that, R. Kelly can go fuck himself. That 12-play album
He just might do that.
is gold. That 12-play album is gold. But after that,
but
I'm sorry.
that's still him.
Sorry.
I know.
Did you hear the? My mind is telling me no,
I know.
but my body,
My body's
Yeah.
right
my
there.
body.
He's been
He's been
saying
dropping hints. From
he's
from
been
the-
saying
I
and he's
can't
been
listen
bold
to the
about it.
music anymore. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's just saying,
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong.
with a little
Yeah.
bump.
With the little
There's
bump.
nothing wrong. There's nothing.
And then
AJ,
and then
AJ nothing but a
Aaliyah-
number.
Exactly.
AJ
Aaliyah
number.
dropped AJ number.
Well, he married her when she was under.
He wrote the whole
He
thing.
wrote that album.
Yeah.
So he had a 15-year-old girl that he married. Saying
Yeah.
AJ number the number.
Yeah.
Like
It's
he gets the
really
pass. Like people still support his music to this day.
Hey!
I don't feel like it's like a point we should have aimed at.
Yeah, I know. Still support R. Kelly.
Hey! That's it.
I hope nobody edits that.
Oh man.
Who else is there? There's been a bunch.
MacArthur.
No,
Are we
sorry.
gonna go through
Artists that-
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go through all this? There's
Artists
way
that
too many
what?
artists like this though. That's the
Okay.
sad
What's
thing.
there's been we spoke about it before, like rape lyrics.
Yeah.
That people like.
Yeah.
What's his name? That was down with Cash Money.
Which one?
He was
Over Brilliant.
he was with.
Where are they?
What a great way to intro our guests. Thank you. That was down with Young Thug, Birdman, and
Oh, what's his name? Rich Homie Quan.
yes, he had 2 different songs.
His dance was suspect.
Yeah, but that's
Well, he just mentioned Young Thug and
yeah,
all that
but
shit.
he had 2 different songs where he's like full on right, like if you don't give it to me, I'll take it type of thing. Like 2 different songs,
It's fucked up.
and like Charlemagne called him out on one, and then he did it again, like a little bit later, like.
Probably already had that song recorded. It's like whatever, it's hot. I'm putting it out.
Yeah, but like once you hear yourself say something, right? We've all like remember the first time you recorded music?
Mhm.
The first time you heard yourself,
Mhm.
the playback. At first you don't believe it's you, right? And then you're cognizant of it. Just the fact that you can hear yourself and then hear what you're saying, something has to click to where it's like, okay, maybe that shouldn't come out.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be deleted. Maybe that's not the right lyric that I should.
Bro,
Well, and we've
And
all probably done that. Like listen to older shit and be like, oh
Yeah,
as if I said some shit like that, or like
but you just don't like the quality of it.
even I'm sorry, even thinking all of our opinions and our the way we think about
They
things
change.
change.
Yeah,
And you put out shit when you were younger that you might now be
that's
like,
right, Lester.
I don't really.
Yeah, that's there.
But
The dog.
okay.
The dog.
But listen, it comes to a point. It's not even just about. It's not even just. It's not even just about listening back to yourself.
It is though.
They wrote it down in their phone on a pen with a pen.
Memorized it,
They
internalized
memorized
it.
it. They brought it out. They sat there, take after take, spitting it out till they got it right. So at some point in time,
Well,
the
some of them. We don't. Oh, okay. That well,
the
that
whole team. At some point in time, the whole team
that
was like, "Oh, I like that. That's hot."
But
That's
that
a hot
brings
bar."
normal within their environment.
that brings
Yeah,
another
yeah. Exactly.
layer to it though, because a lot of these guys don't do that. It's in the studio. They're in
Yeah.
the studio. The beat's playing. Da, 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 and
Yeah.
so maybe they didn't internalize it. Maybe it was just like, let's just go with it. Because a lot of these guys record.
Yeah.
Let me come. Hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of these guys just record and they're not really
Right.
into it. They're just going.
And it's crazy because
Hater Dave on the phone.
Huh?
because if like I know some people do it, I
It's
wouldn't
the-
sit there and
the
record
400.
just
Building
off the
400.
top in the studio because I want it to be exactly
Yeah,
how I
imagine
want to say
in
it, what I
in
want to
that-
say.
in that building or not.
But these guys literally you can't really understand half what they're saying anyways.
Yeah.
And it's all auto
Yeah, it's
tune,
parking at 400.
and it's more about like the swag than what they're saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nothing for them to get in there and be like, let me punch this line in. Go, blah, 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 blah. And
Yeah, it's not.
so I don't know where I was going with that, but I was just commenting on that in general.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
what do you guys think about? I think this guy's like on some like I watch too much TV shit. The gay guy killer.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's, yeah.
McCarthy.
I was just
Okay.
That's his name?
James
Yeah.
McCarthy. Yeah.
No, his name's
No,
the
no,
gay guy
it's
killer.
something else, McCarthy.
Isn't it James?
Paul?
John.
Something like that.
He is
I'm
a
sorry.
John.
No,
He is a
no,
John.
it's funny.
Oh,
because-
he is.
it's funny because, and it's not the same person. I know a James MacArthur from back in the day.
Joseph.
But it's
It's
something
something,
MacArthur.
I'm just gonna call him the gay guy killer.
Roger.
Roger.
You're gonna keep doing this, aren't you?
That's why I'm googling it. Yeah. he's-
Robert.
I think so.
Bruce
Thank you.
Jenner.
MacArthur.
Yeah.
Are you got it playing up there too? You can see it though.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, okay,
So how many
So-
confirmed kills does he have?
listen,
Five?
they caught the man in the act of about to chop up a
Yeah.
We don't know he was about
No,
to chop him
no.
up.
He might have.
He was tied up to.
He was
was
tied
tied
up.
up
He,
to
might-
So
he was chopping it up.
He was
but,
gonna
he already chopped him and got him there. So,
I swear, like people say like he's like what homophobic or whatever, like doesn't like gay guys, is killing them.
yeah,
I,
but that's
I swear he's like if they check the bodies properly, they'll be
No,
they'll
he's
be fine
fucking
with
them. He's had relations with them.
Yeah. The thing
But
is,
I
like,
think it's one of the things is he does this and then hates himself for it
it.
yeah,
then
and
goes back
blames
to
them.
prison.
that's why
Yeah.
that's why you see a lot of the politicians and priests and whatever, they denounce all that shit.
Yeah.
But that's what they're doing because they hate themselves.
Yeah.
So
You guys gotta ask yourself sometimes, like, what would Tom Brady do?
Sorry, 3-3 right now.
I really,
for those watching
I've been praying for him to break a leg, like literally.
What do you do to you?
I
Okay,
gotta
we're
have to change that. This
boring,
shit
bro.
got me feeling like
You're
Tom
not even
Brady.
like an Eagles fan.
we'll get to
No,
we'll,
no, it's not. I'm
we'll
not
get to
any
that in a
of their
second.
fan.
We'll get to that in a second. Let's finish this one. This MacArthur guy.
Yeah.
How many confirmed kills does he have?
Right
I think
now
it's 5.
5, right?
They are suspected for a lot.
Yeah.
Now,
Check in all
he
the
was-
other places he did planters or whatever. I
Well,
don't
he's
know.
a
He's a
landscaper.
Landscaper,
so
and he also was dumping them in the garbage.
Yeah.
At night.
So they got to
Yeah.
keep checking everywhere that he did
All the
work.
dumpsters.
Because
So wait.
one of the people that he did landscaping for,
Yeah.
he must have done some. He had some plants or something.
Yeah, that's
So
the
they-
planters thing.
She called up like panicking, like, "Can somebody check this out? Because he did work for me, and I don't know if there's gonna be
Yeah,
remains in my
Exactly.
shit." And
So is it like, are they finding full boners, bones, or is it like?
it's too early for this shit. It's that time again. You know what he's talking about. Don't make him spell it out.
Or is it all like chopped up shit?
By Anthony's response, I think our mics are working. Are they working? Wicked. Shout out to Anthony for
You're a
coming to
ridiculous
us.
person, bro. Like honestly, a ridiculous person.
The funny thing is, you don't know where to go from there.
I
Like,
don't know how to respond to this.
Well, no. Is he chopping them up, or is he just like?
Or how are the bodies being found?
Yeah.
No, he
Bodies
is cutting
all
them up.
intact? Or
He is cutting them up.
is he confessing to where they are yet? Because
No.
that's what I was thinking.
I don't think he
No,
is.
I think they're just
They're just
realizing
checking
that
all
this,
his work.
That's
and-
his work. So
But they
keep
also,
on
again,
track.
they were also watching him for a long period of time. So when they saw this guy,
Actually, they weren't, because the
he was.
there was a somebody was talking about in that area was talking about how the minorities, there was 2 minorities that were killed first,
right?
and the police officers brushed it off. So now there's
Can't see you. You see the pain in his face, the hate in his face.
hater Dave.
Can I just relax though?
No, you cannot. You're on the. You want to sit there?
No.
Okay. But yeah, there was 2 minorities earlier that were reported missing, and he was suspected to be attached to it, but they didn't take it seriously.
Right.
So now, like, the last victim was a white male, and then it was
No,
full
but
blown.
they saw
from-
they had they were the first 2 fine, but after that they started an investigation. They were watching him, and the last one, the reason why they got in there on time is because they saw him go in, and he wasn't coming out. There's no pause there. He went inside, and he wasn't coming out. No.
Yes, there is.
No,
Yes, there is.
he wasn't
There-
coming
there-
out.
We're live on.
Sorry,
Welcome to
I'm
Shot
gonna-
Club. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We got to go in here so we can watch it with you. Tune in, maxnow.tv. Right? La la.
Ring ding ding.
But yeah. So how long was this investigation?
I don't know. They haven't given really the length.
Well, yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they haven't let out how long they'd actually been watching him because they
It's
didn't.
not a
watch.
good song for this topic.
Yeah,
It's really
I was
not.
just about to
It's really not. I'm thinking to myself like, wow,
Sorry.
I
Is it?
sound
Sounds
really.
right. Okay.
This sounds really awkward for this conversation.
Yeah.
The moment you listen back to yourself, like, should I be saying this right now?
And that's when you hear yourself.
And you're still free.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
Do we have any predictions of anybody? Super Bowl?
I'm not betting against the Patriots.
Brady breaks a femur.
Okay.
Why?
Patriots wins by 15.
15,
Yeah.
bro. They have.
I don't think it'll be that
the
big.
Eagles have one of the better defenses on. In this,
I'm going
in this
10.
lineup.
First
I'm going
and foremost, I don't watch football.
So then why are you making a
Secondly,
prediction?
15.
And 15. Do you know how they total up scores in football?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm just
I'm
checking.
still telling you.
Who's
15.
winning the match?
It'll be 15. And then you're gonna look at me and be upset.
It's gonna be 10.
Thank you to everybody that's tuned in and not watching the Super Bowl. We love you. Just wanted you to know.
Or tuned in while watching the Super Bowl?
Or watching us watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
As long as you guys are watching us.
Watch us. We'll keep you informed. How about that? Okay.
Man on farmer.
Oh man.
What man thing?
So what else is going? Are we finished with MacArthur? Or
Oh yeah, I'm done with that.
So let's talk about the bullshit. We're gonna bring it in here. Black Panther.
Yes.
Everything
Yes.
going on Black Panther.
Everything Black Panther. Like, yo, Marvel is doing it right now.
Hold on. Black Panther, the biggest thing with Black Panther is, the biggest argument is it a real representation
But wait.
of black empowerment?
Why was that the bullshit, though?
That is the bullshit. Because that's what's been going on lately. So
Listen,
I don't think it's a better time
there's
for
one.
Hey!
Thank God.
You know what time it is.
You know what I'm talking about.
Don't let me spell it out.
Don't make me smell it out.
Oh my God.
yeah. So were you saying, David?
Is that live?
They just got a touch. Eagles
They got
touchdown.
their touchdown?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Crazy.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a bonkers game.
Eagles.
I'm not calling it till like a second left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Go down
of course.
With Brady,
Absolutely go
This
down.
is not. This is not.
I left somebody's house last year. I got home and the Patriots won. I'm not betting against them. I'm not calling anything until the game is done. I looked at my phone before I left this person's house. I went on the bus, the train, the bus, got home, and those guys are celebrating. So yeah. But anyways, Black Panther.
Fair enough.
Black Panther.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't wait.
The person that's really that behind the controversy is always behind the controversy.
Who?
The guy who made the video is like, is it really a black movie?
Actually, I was on this conversation. Before I saw that conversation, I was already talking about like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Okay, I'll be right back.
What?
Black Panther.
Black Panther. It's the whole thing. Is it a real?
Are we talking about the movie? We're
representation
talking about the guy talking about the movie.
of the movie.
Okay.
The movie itself.
Okay,
So is it like a real representation? Like because they had the
Because it's written by White Hollywood.
No, they had two black writers.
Okay.
Well, three writers.
The
But
director is
put out.
black.
Okay.
The director is
But
black
what?
and a writer.
Okay.
But it's a Disney movie.
So
So the money itself, everything that's built up, like the way that they push this movie, Black Panther, they don't actually support black movies.
okay, that's cool. But here's my thing. Wakanda is Africa.
Imaginary.
No. But that's
Wakanda's not a real place.
I know, but Wakanda is supposed to. That's what it.
Spider-Man's in New York City. Captain America's in New York City. Avengers are in New York City, a real place.
That's okay.
The one black guy who's
I'm
a king
okay
is
with
a
this.
king of an imaginary spot.
And
Yes,
what are
but we
talking-
all know
Black
what
Panther.
Wakanda
Oh.
is. That's what
Wakanda
I'm saying.
is an
We know it.
imaginary country.
No, but we know
in
it's
Africa.
all the resources. Where's all the resources? Africa.
Wakanda, which is an imaginary.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. As long as the symbolism reflects what really is, I'm cool with that.
To me,
Because
it's a
it's-
dope superhero movie. Boom. But it's not a black representation. And even secondly, it's not even a true representation of what Americans go through. Luke Cage is that representation.
Okay.
They don't push Luke Cage like that. They don't get excited for Luke Cage like that.
But
the way
look
that they're going
look how
for
Luke
Black
Cage took
Panther-
off though.
He came out after, like, Luke Cage, he took off, but he didn't take off as big as this Black Panther.
Look at the,
like
yeah,
even
but
on the
that's
Netflix, on the Netflix landscape, it's not the biggest one.
But-
on the Netflix landscape, it's not the biggest one. But fact to me, the whole
But
thing
that
is,
but that shit was really took off. Like Luke Cage, like I don't even watch Netflix, and I got people coming up to me saying, "Yo, have you watched Luke Cage?" Like you can't. There's certain things that you can't manufacture. You can't manufacture a hype like
You
Luke
don't
Cage.
watch
is.
Netflix?
I don't have Netflix. I broke up with somebody who had Netflix, so
took her password with her.
yeah. So
And there's only a
Yeah.
certain amount of passwords. Netflix
You can hand out
accounts
now.
out there.
Yeah.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
missed the boat.
I missed it. But you know what? I'm okay with that. And just like Celine Dion, my heart will go on. But like I was saying, you can't manufacture certain shit. Like Luke Cage, the demand, once he hit, people were into that shit. And look how people are into like the pre-orders for Black Panther.
Mhm.
You can't manufacture that.
Well, that's
Look
Disney's marketing
but look
machine.
how pe- look
the
how
only
people
reason that is happening is because of Disney, not because of the black people in the movie.
Well, what does it represent? My
It doesn't
thing is
represent anything. It's what Disney wanted to represent.
I
In
like
the
it.
end,
I like
this
it.
money is not supporting. Like to me, it's gonna be a wicked movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna watch this movie, but it's not a representation of black people. It's a story that was written by non-black people about black people.
Okay, but
so there's no true original black feeling in that story.
So it was written by non-black.
It was Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So the same people who made Spider-Man, Captain America.
But Stan Lee even said himself, this was before they even put the Black Panther movie in motion. He was like, I'm looking forward to Black Panther.
Does the fact that he sounds Asian help at all?
Well, Stan Lee. Oh yeah, that does work.
I like it because there's a story being told of a strong king from Wakanda. We know what Wakanda represents. That but
Black Panther is not a black movie.
It's okay.
That's the whole thing. It's not a black representation. David will jump in this.
Well, what about?
He was on the other side. On your side.
Did you mute your mic?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you unmuted?
How did the Panthers feel?
How do Panthers feel about this? It's not a real representation.
We haven't had the discussion
really
yet.
don't.
We might have to have them on the show.
So
A bunch of Panthers.
Are you back on? Are you back on?
So what's your point on
It's just as a movie, cool, wicked, superhero movie, wicked.
Right.
But as a representation of black people, no, it's not.
How? Explain to it.
Wakanda, imaginary place.
Okay.
What does Wakanda represent?
For me,
What is it supposed to be?
it's supposed to be untouched inhabitants for black people.
Resources. Think of what they're saying about resources. That's my thing. The resources of the world.
We have
the technology.
We have a modern day Wakanda. Technology wise, out of the way. Put that aside because we don't know what's on there. But North Sentinel Island is a Wakanda. No one has ever gone on that island. You set foot on the beach, you're going to get speared, you're going to die. Right? Regardless of that, what's Asgard?
I'm not worried about Asgard.
No,
that's supposed to be a god.
No. Hold on. You brought up New York.
But you brought up
that is
Wakanda.
a god.
If
We
you
understand that is a representation
okay.
of a god, not a human being. You want to compare human beings? Spider-Man, Captain America, and all them, they're from New York City, which is a real city.
Okay.
But the Black King comes from an imaginary kingdom.
Okay.
In Africa.
Maybe it's real. We don't know that.
They tell you in the stories it's imaginary. If it's real, then that's outside of what we know. But from what we know, it's imaginary.
Okay.
Look, I'm taking
it. You're concerned
about.
You're concerned about fictitious characters living in fictitious places or real places.
It's the representation. If you guys are still talking, they represent us as imaginary.
Okay, but
we're as imaginary as Guardians of the Galaxy.
But as imaginary,
we don't know if that's true.
But as imaginary as Black Panther is, he's also the smartest and the richest of all.
I know comic books. He's not smart.
Okay, so Stan Lee's interview where he said that he made sure that Black Panther was the most intelligent and the richest of all superheroes.
He's richest. I'll give Rich. He's not the smartest.
Okay,
I know the list. He's fourth.
You know what this means, right? We're just gonna have to get Stan Lee on the shot club. Stan Lee, if you're watching, and I know you're watching. I know Stan Lee, you're watching. You're not watching the football game.
If Stan Lee, when he first created them, was that idea? They've changed it over time.
That's fine.
So
that's fine.
Okay. Well, let's put it in this context. Then. We're still a mystery as a people. In 2018. In 2018, we're still a mystery as a people.
Ask 100 people, right? Ask 100 melanated people where they originate from.
They have no clue.
None. You're going to get mixed answers, right?
So, knowing that we don't know where we're from,
no,
is it good
we don't really know.
No. I'm saying to others we are a mystery still. We're still misunderstood.
We're a mystery to ourselves.
Yeah, that too.
The answers are that too.
Hey,
huge. So you'll get answers, saying that we are from all African, we're all from, or we're not, or we're from this, or whatever, right? The consensus isn't, concrete.
Yeah,
because it's not. But what would you rather have?
Anybody else hear that? He said concrete. Yeah, concrete.
Oh,
okay, cool. Good. Would you rather have no representation at all?
As in what? We always had representation. We had black people making black movies. We've had that. We just don't support it like we support Black Panther.
We supported Melvin Van Peebles.
Birth of a Nation? Were we there for Birth of a Nation? No. As soon as they said man was a rapist, which he went to court for and was let off.
No, you can't say we as in all of us.
Because I was there. I paid my ticket. I went.
Birth of a Nation touched Black Panther?
No,
not even.
No.
Why? Where's this support for?
It's like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah. Where's the support? Like Disney throws a superhero, and then all of a sudden we jump up And guess where all that money's going to?
I get it.
Straight to Disney.
I get
if we
it.
supported
But
Birth
we
of Nation
support-
in
we
this
support
way,
Disney
this would have went
anyways.
to a black company, which would have provided more black stuff.
I get you.
That is black empowerment.
I get you. That is black empowerment.
Black people on
100% I
TV
get you.
Is not black
100% I get you, because the same argument the other guy's having, right? And that same argument tells me that he shouldn't be on Facebook.
That guy, I don't really believe that guy. I just kind of took like the title and shared that.
Right.
I don't
But-
really listen to
But
that.
he,
Well,
The guy in the video.
this
Yeah.
guy in this video, but he,
Carcino?
No.
let's go. Again, we don't have much weight at the foundation level to making decisions in the entertainment industry when it comes to record
that's the
labels
thing.
as well.
We
So
can create our own.
we
But we
can.
choose not to.
Again, we
We
can.
choose to go to the higher ups, the people we know that don't like us or accept us, and beg them to accept us. So finally, when they figure out it's time that they can make money off of black people, they throw Black Panther out
So
there.
hold on, so
They take
hold on.
all of our money.
I'm
and put it
gonna
right back
I'm gonna
into
lean
them.
on my white friend over here real quick, because
Hey!
what was the same argument when I talked about the exact same thing business-wise, structure-wise with Rihanna? And,
You want to talk about black owned? You're just saying as a company,
she
representation, a person, a face for this.
that's
it's
exactly
not
what I
your company?
said. That's exactly what I said. I said Rihanna and Diddy and everyone
Who does Rihanna represent?
Rihanna represents
we-
the company that owns her Fenty makeup.
Right, but it's who else
So-
does it affect what Rihanna does?
Every
Other than those
same
girls.
argument, the exact same argument you just had.
It doesn't. It's not the same
Okay.
argument.
All the money we paid for our tickets to go to Black Panther, right? Who's it go to?
Disney.
Right. Everyone, all these black women who are buying Fenty makeup, who's their money go to? Not Rihanna. So
Rihanna
what is the
gets paid
argument?
for it too?
Rihanna gets a percentage, a small percentage, smaller
That's
than
if we know.
smaller than the actors. Her contract is a part of a corporate company. Her percentage is already listed. Look it up. It's a corporation. However, her percentage is smaller than the actors' royalties that they're going to get afterwards. So tell me, who at what side are you on? You can't be on both
That doesn't
sides.
those two don't connect.
How?
Black Panther as a movie is lauded as a black empowerment movie. Representation.
Fenty is
Rihanna
lauded
is
as a
not lauded
black
as a black
cosmetic company.
It's I've never seen anyone say, "Oh, it's a black
It is
company.
for black-
It's a Rihanna company."
It is for black women.
Listen.
It is for Asian women. It's for every woman except for, this is what they promoted as. If you look at all the ads, you see all races, and you might see one Caucasian woman. Might see one. But it is for black women. That's what it's for. This is
Here's
why
what
all
we're
these
missing.
black
I've
women
never seen that,
flaunt
so I
it.
can't
Here's
argue
what we're
that
missing.
point.
Here's what we're missing. Okay, Stanley. After you come here, Brianna, you're in this chair. Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, I'm like, he's nice. I'm gonna say, I'm like,
You
gave
switching
me the
it?
chair. I thought he was gonna be like, Stanley right here, Rihanna.
No. That's too much star power. Me and Rihanna.
No, everyone's just slid the chair
Yeah.
while away from you. No.
But to me,
You're really envisioning it.
Yeah.
No, it's just-
You were there for a second. Like she was
you said
there
Rihanna,
for a
you
second.
pulled that over quickly.
He was like,
I was reading Rich Kids.
that's what you're reading?
Oh yeah, of course.
I
Rich
didn't
kid.
read it last.
Yeah.
Rich Kid, bitch. What, I'm all about change? Oh.
After the show, people.
Okay.
Do we have space for more people on the show?
Yeah,
What about
You got the sleeves,
there's a
bro.
whole
Is the black,
backside
is the
to
black
it, too.
side done?
The black side.
The black side.
I hate your guys.
What's going on music wise, people?
Hey.
Okay. Let me deal with this real quick.
This guy,
Hater Dave is
He's got way too many enterprises going on. He
Yeah.
doesn't have time for
Make
shit.
sure you mute that. So what's going on music wise that other than Tekashi 6ix9ine being
Actually,
himself?
I don't remember seeing anything music wise.
Honestly,
What was the other?
I don't
Oh,
know.
oh.
Like, I don't know these days. I don't know. Like,
I don't want to say her
nothing-
name
nothing
to
jumps
promote the girl,
Oh, yeah.
but did you hear about the song called?
We should have told you.
Or
actually, no,
I didn't want to say
here.
it's called, but in the song it says girls are a nigga's kryptonite.
Why don't we wait and we can talk. We can bring this up with these guys too.
You guys think about this stuff?
They roll.
Let it marinate on what that title is. Niggas.
Not those.
No.
So
White girls are niggers.
do we
No.
have-
She did the hard R in the song. Are a nigga's kryptonite.
do we have like the nationality. Sorry, people.
Oh,
Very critical moment we're here in this game.
she looks white, but apparently she's native.
I don't know. I don't know.
I thought she was white, but they say she's native.
She looks like a white girl. She's from London.
But everybody in London.
But she's from London, Ontario. This isn't like an American thing. This is like right here.
This is here.
And has this blown up online? Is it
Yeah,
just
well,
here?
everybody noticed it and like got vexed type thing.
Yeah, it's. I mean, for like a Canadian thing happening
Yeah.
here.
Again, this is when you say this is just like Tekashi, whatever. This generation will absolutely say anything. Like, I think all of us have our limits to where, like, okay, I'm not gonna say that online. I'm not gonna, like, because you know what I'm saying. For us, there's no coming back to before that. Once you cross that line, then that's it. Like me personally, I'm not gonna. I deactivated my Facebook page because I don't want to ramble and shit. This generation will just spew.
They don't consider consequences whatsoever. Hence all the fucking face tattoos and all the shit they say.
Yeah.
And we came up in Eminem, the biggest shock rapper
that was
of all time.
Yeah.
And now they're saying shit that we're like, wow, you said that?
Yeah. Thanks.
We'll see.
I don't know how this is gonna work.
Rihanna's here.
Stanley is here.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just like there's no
But
consequence.
she knew what she was doing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Slide one of those chairs over.
bro, that's gonna be way tight back there.
It's not us, but
Oh, is it? Okay. I thought you were trying to squeeze like 5.
no.
I thought you had 5 on it.
I got 5.
40 you can keep.
That's as far as it goes.
Yeah, like.
Now we switch the other ones. We'll figure this out.
Like. This one's a little big. You don't have a smaller one?
So she
So
said.
she said.
Okay, switch that to the middle. Switch that one to the end.
Welcome to the shot club, people. And they still gotta like.
Yeah, I might like this.
Wait,
Apparently, Hater Dave worked for a moving company.
Cut the music.
I played Tetris all my life.
Good the music. Sit down.
You're it.
I'm it.
You're out.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
That sounds fair.
We should play shot club musical chair.
You know what? I didn't do 10.
You know what I'm saying? Let's pour on some shots though.
All right, shot it up. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Hey!
Hold on.
So
We got some.
yeah,
guests.
but
Oh, finish what you're saying. Finish your thought.
no, I was just saying. I was just gonna say what I was saying before. Like, there's no threshold. There's no filter with some of these guys, and we come from a different generation where it's just like we know. Sorry, what happened?
Yeah.
I said era, just era.
Oh,
And I
okay.
said fuck 'em.
Yeah,
That was yours?
Yeah, that's most.
yeah, but that's about it. Like, I can't believe what like. I don't know. I'm too old to understand this shit. I'm too old to understand this shit.
You guys talking about face tattoos and
No,
Yeah,
there was
Kryptonite.
Do we have the name of the artist?
what?
Kryptonite.
I have the name, but I'm not giving.
What's kryptonite?
I'm not promoting.
Okay, so we're not going to
Yes.
promote the name. And okay, cool. I just wanted to know for reference, but there's
I'll give it to you later. Pause.
Yeah.
It came as soon as
That's
it came
just-
out. As soon as it came out of my mouth. Yeah.
As soon as it came out of your mouth?
Pause again.
Okay.
good grief, moderator.
Okay,
Music
okay.
came
Easy there, Charlie Brown.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
As soon as you spit it out.
Oh.
Are we gonna bring our guests on before we do these shots?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David, go upstairs and go get them, please.
You know, mom's
mom's
not feeling well today. She's in bed.
No more.
Well, what a day, huh?
What a day. For those that are,
Oh.
yeah, he hit the pole.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah. But it's still early.
It's no worries.
What's the score?
We saw what happened
He
in
missed the field goal. It's 10-3.
It's 10-3 right now for Philly.
Yes.
What's
What's going on, G?
This side, Jay.
What's going on?
It's
Trace.
good, man. Mom.
Trace.
Freddie.
Nice to meet you.
Man, Jay.
You
Straight
did that?
step on past you.
What up, man? Oh.
So
What up, man?
What's up, man? Queuing up your shit.
We're not used to having so many guests at once, so it's crazy in here.
So before anything gets going,
Oh, you guys don't mind being close together?
We
Hope
took a
everybody.
flight just like
The
this.
boss is in the boss chair.
because I'm
I hope everybody showered. You know?
We took a flight just like this.
What do you mean? Not that tight in first class.
Right. Sit next to someone in first class.
Yo, I just gotta say that, yo, that's crazy. He's got a thermal hoodie.
Thank you.
It's January for those who aren't in Toronto. It's January.
February.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm old.
You've been drinking.
For those that don't know, I'm in bed by 8 o'clock every night, so I don't even know what month it is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It has very well, obviously.
It has
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
to do with the amount of alcohol he drinks.
but that is no, not at all. Not at all, people. Not at all.
Yeah, we're about to take shots.
But that shit is
We
crazy.
are about to take a shot,
I know.
bro.
He's got a point.
He does.
Yeah. What good is having a flask if you can't show it?
For those who don't know who's in the building with us, we got Just Over Brilliant.
No. Come on. Give them the proper.
Yo, David.
David, you know
Is
better.
that-
Right?
is that your intro?
Okay.
Is that your intro?
Okay.
Whole first name.
So we got one man in here who made sure Rap City shut down because his Freestyle Friday was just all stupid.
Speak on it.
Champ over here in the building. We got Jake the Lodge.
Hey, I don't even know where to look.
Main
Straight
can.
We also got a man in here that
Sorry, that was my bad.
he got trucks. In case you didn't see what happened, he got trucks.
By the way, the Super Bowl is happening.
There's a game happening.
We got one of the dopest R&B singers in this city, hands down.
Thank you.
I'm here.
My bad. Go ahead.
Unless your name starts with the letter Z, it ain't you. Starts.
I got
It
to
ain't
get in there.
you.
Come on, man.
Also, we got the Don, Freddie,
Hey,
Federico.
hey.
This is Just Over Brilliant, Just Over Music.
3/5.
3/5.
That's it.
Shout out to those that didn't make Shizzy.
For those Bible readers, that was not a joke.
3/5 over.
We got Just Over Brilliant, people. After all, how you guys doing today?
It's cold outside, you know, everything.
Where'd you guys fly from?
I got back from LA.
Okay.
The scarf should say that.
No. He always wears a scarf. I don't know why. Like I've always seen him in a scarf.
This is the place to ask questions.
All the time. Like
Let's get into the shots.
yeah, shots.
Yeah, just get into first.
So you guys know how it goes. Shot, double tap.
Yeah, you take your shot, double tap.
Have you guys
Oh
ever
yeah, I
seen
saw
the show?
that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
What do we toast?
You gotta get close for the double tap.
Black excellence.
Oh, yes. There we go.
You're included. You're included.
Honorary.
You too. All right.
So we were just talking about this song.
Which song? This one playing now?
No.
Oh.
I don't even know the name of the song. Actually.
So this is Walkout. This is Walkout right here.
It's available
You felt
We're
a little
kidding.
earlier, right?
Sorry.
No, we're talking about the. I don't even know the name of the song. What's the name of the song? The girl.
Oh, white girls are a nigga's kryptonite.
That's a song?
Yeah.
That's a song?
That's a long title.
Yeah.
Number one.
A girl, white girl.
No,
Oh,
that's not the name of the song. Is
that's
that
the name of the song.
That's the
Oh,
name
okay.
of the
Name of the
song.
song is White Girls ...
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought it
so
would just be kryptonite.
Yeah, but no, the girl, she's from London, Ontario. She's here, and that's her song. White girls are a nigga's kryptonite.
It just came out this past week or whatever.
I haven't been exposed to that yet.
I mean, the song. Just off the title alone.
I don't know. I like how we clarified that.
I haven't heard the song.
The hell?
Oh, in the chorus, she throws in, "We took down OJ. We took down Tiger Woods."
I don't know. Did
Oh,
they take
wow.
down OJ?
Yeah, they
No,
did. Yeah,
but-
they did.
A white
Yeah,
chick
they
died.
No, we're gonna take it out.
OJ didn't.
but when you think about it, when you think about it though,
He's back out. Yeah, he's back out.
This
For
is
real.
crazy.
yeah. The juice is back now.
Well, he did it to himself.
Yo, to be the juice dead, you gotta be the juice now.
It's
It's a fact.
It took a long time to get back to that, though.
Sometimes when you're behind the bars, it takes a long time.
Tell you, freestyle champ over here, man. He does this too.
But you know, I get down on that
Wait,
stage.
what was the other option? It was OJ who won.
Tiger Woods.
He won.
He been
No, he
winning.
didn't. No, he
50
didn't.
bodies.
He won, but if you look at the end,
What happened? He lost his wife.
he lost his wife. He lost
half.
He lost pretty much.
You know what?
He lost
You know what?
half.
It wasn't.
Golf
No.
Just a little
It
bit.
wasn't his wife that took him down on that loss, though. It's his PR team that took him down on that loss.
No, it's his voicemail that
It
took
was
him down
his
on that.
voice-
It was his, no. It was
Hey,
his
it's
PR
Tiger.
team. It was his PR team that took him down because he had a prenup that if they split, she only got $5 million if they split.
Yes,
And because of the whole thing, his PR team goes, no, don't split. Try to work it out, right? Absolve the prenup. And this dumbass listened to them.
and guess what? I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay. But anyways, let's get back to some black men that are winning.
Let's talk about our guests here. So talk about walkout.
Well, walkout. It's funny how walkout happened. I was sitting in the studio. Shout out my homie Supreme Swiss on the track with me. I was sitting in the studio just thinking about like what I should do musically. You know what I'm saying? And just listening to the times at that time, like Controller was like, the Controller One Dance, Views was a thing at that moment. And I figured, I'm from African descent. My parents are Nigerian, and I'm like, yo, I need to do something that has some sort of crossover.
So you're from Wakanda?
Yeah, technically, yeah. But
Sorry, no. I'm just sending shots. You guys were here. I'm just sending shots. Go ahead, though.
Black Panther joke.
Yeah.
There's Black Panther undertone right now.
It's a good time to be us.
Yeah.
The whole Black
whole
Black Panther thing
You
is.
see how he tried to bite his tongue?
Yeah.
He tried to bite his tongue.
They kept looking at me. You want me to say? Okay.
Because you're the only one
The
who
whole
had
thing with Black Panther.
I watched Godfather. I missed that whole shit.
You know, people are like how the representation is good to have all this, whatever. But to me, it's a Disney movie. It's a superhero movie. So to me, it's not real Black empowerment. That movie itself.
Right.
And even how they portray all the different superheroes. All the other superheroes are from real places.
Yeah.
Like other than Thor, because he's supposed to be a god. But if you're human, you're from either the
See that
UK,
Loki's
you're
right
from
Right?
New York City, you're from all these places. But the Black King is an imaginary country.
Yeah.
Deep. But that's because they can't fathom.
Don't encourage it.
But still, that's belief. I understand that. I understand, but at the same
The
time,
box office numbers is
also,
going to include
I'm
our.
saying Disney's about
our
selling
funds.
dreams.
you see it.
They're selling dreams to white people.
Hey,
True.
this is Marvel. Can we not just say Disney?
No,
when
they
we're
own the
talking-
company.
Disney runs it.
Yeah,
Disney owns the
whatever.
shit.
You're right though. Like I honestly don't like hearing Disney when it comes to.
It comes
like,
to, like, I'm not going to watch
Marvel.
Superman and say, like, yo, these
Respect
Disney films.
Disney. If you bought the company, respect it.
oh,
Do you always
Oh, you
say,
guys
early.
like,
It's
don't
early.
fuck with
do
Brady?
you always say thank you to
I just want him to
Coca-Cola
break
when
a
you drink
femur.
Sprite?
He want
You're not going to be there.
the
You know?
femur. Hold on. This is how you know how he's educated. The femur is the strongest. For those that don't know, the femur is the strongest bone in your body. That's what he wants him, Brady, to break.
That's
Right?
You're like a voodoo
right.
priest.
Who you guys room for, by the way?
I'm not going against the Pats. After
you
last year,
did you say Pats?
Of course.
Okay, of course.
you gotta root
I've
for
been a
Pat.
Pat.
He's voting for Buffalo.
I've been a
Okay, I'm still rubbing. Hey, we made the playoffs this year. That's something. But
Remember when you slipped up? You're like, yo, it's the first year Bills made the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no.
It's like, playoffs.
It's only the first round.
Did you wear the
We
jersey
lost
with
the
that?
second. No, I'll
shout out to Doug Flutie.
I'll take Pats by 5. Not by 4.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Pats by 5.
All right.
15.
It's early. They're still in the second.
Admitted, doesn't watch a lot of football. But say
15.
No.
It's the Pats. Watch.
Why is this on? This is so distracting.
Billy's been killing it, though.
I'm not distracted
Yeah,
by football. I don't watch
I
football.
thought you guys were
I'm here.
protesting because you booked us for today. And I'm like,
I haven't watched a game all
I said,
season.
Black
I said,
empowerment.
yo, fam, it's a Super Bowl. He said, "Oh, I didn't know." I said,
Like, tell you the
There's no
truth,
black athletes in the fucking Super Bowl.
it wasn't any of the black people's idea.
Which part?
Not pointing fingers.
Yo,
Pointing fingers. Watch the game.
No, it was either we cancel the show.
you see the hand drop. You see the hand drop.
"We took it to the extreme. We're gonna cancel the show. It's not. We're gonna do
Yo.
it early in the day."
Because I walked in,
No, we were
And
gonna
he's
have
like-
you at
he's like-
another date.
he's like,
Get offended.
no, I walked in. He's like, we got a problem. I'm like, what? He's like, we can't watch the game. I go, how's that a problem? He's like, can't watch the game. I'm not doing the show. I'm going home. I'm like, is this real?
I'll be across the street at the park.
Funny, David looked at me. He was like, "Yo, is Mo serious?" I'm like,
Okay.
We made it though.
Okay.
But yeah.
No, but when he booked it, like none of us even thought about the time.
I don't even think of-
Because nobody's fucking with us.
I don't watch football.
It's maxed out on TV,
When
6:30
February
p.m.
comes, don't even think about
Well,
it.
we should have not
Yeah,
booked
sure.
anything in February because it was the Grammys last week.
It's Black History Month.
It's Black History Year.
All-Star game.
Don't even get me started with that. Look
Yeah,
at
I
it.
know.
Where they drop?
I want to get back. I want to get back to
I'm
over there.
I'm not a Black
because
History guy. I'm
this
not a
guy's
Black
just
History
gonna
Month.
this guy's just gonna throw lobs for me to get mad at
Yeah.
all
No,
day.
no.
It's like tetherball. Like
Hater Dave. That's his
Hater
name.
Dave. Hater Dave.
How do you guys know each other?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
that's a long time.
That means
That's a long
we
time.
can't speak about that on camera.
That's how it's been a long time. Like these guys were working in like learning music in a community center just down the street from where I was living, and I was actually cleaning the community center. And they're in there writing. He's learning production. He's just bars. They got the whole team trying to market themselves and whatnot. They're working on music, working on a tape, and I'm in there just listening to what the fuck they're doing. Like years.
What years? It was
It
years.
was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's like 96, 97.
Okay.
That's not
I'm
10.
sorry,
Nas,
sorry, 06. Sorry, 06, 07. Sorry. Sorry. There's a lot of stuff here. Like 06, 07 type. Yeah. And like I be going over to like 9 o'clock to go clean. Like it's supposed to be empty. These two cats are like they're like religious. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to shut down the place and they still in there. You know what I mean? Like, still working.
So you had to kick him out a few times.
Nah.
Let's ask him.
No, we got like, yo, head it out.
They're like, yo.
It's honest, like
Go do something.
they like
working.
like wherever they at, if it's clean, cool. And I just clean everywhere else. And it's like, okay, you guys good? Yeah, okay, I'm out. I'm done my job. I'm out. Right? Because they know how to lock up. They got to do what they do. You know what I mean? But they're really putting in and trying to figure out what their sound is, what their craft is, and just work out the whole shit.
You guys figured that out, huh?
Well, I mean,
Never really figured out. Always learning. Got to be learning the differences of work.
No, we're gonna get to where you guys are now. But speaking on what he said, those early days, what did you guys envision? When you're putting in those hours where he's like, yo, I can't wait till these guys go, but I understand. When you guys are there, what's going through your mind?
what I would say is the thought of what could come from the time being put into the music was never really a thought for me in particular. It's just the fact that I was with people that understood what I was trying to do,
Right.
doing it at the same level that I'm trying to do it, and pushing to get better in the craft. That was the thought.
Right.
Everything else that comes with,
The business
what we're
was
doing,
after.
yeah,
Business
that's
was
after, but just not to sound cliche, but just the love of the music. You know what I'm saying? That's 2012. Funny story. We thought the world was going to end. We decided to come together.
Oh, so you guys are on the Mayan
I'm not
calendar.
gonna say we thought the world.
You know what he said? Hold on.
That was not me.
Like he didn't believe.
Let me
but he
clean
believed.
it up.
We all showed up.
Word on road. Word on road.
Word on
That the
road.
world was a wrap.
We were
So I said, yo, look, if it should just so happen, the only place I want to be is in the studio.
studio, and that's it.
That's a
And
fact.
we pulled up.
But I gave everybody the speech on like the day before. I said, yo,
So
I'm
you were the
ready,
Mayan
like,
calendar guy.
No, I'm just ready to die. That's how I live my life.
Okay.
At the time.
So
It's come a long way because the scarf is
took-
incredible.
the end of the world for you guys to come together.
This
Were
is
you guys homies, or did music bring you together like via?
Yeah, before that, did you guys know each other?
Definitely brought us together.
We've all known each other in different ways. We've
Crazy.
been close to knowing each other, but like just the streets kept it apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like when
We
we,
have to say
when we
barber.
first started out, like that's when Drake was big. Drake was a big
He robbed my
inspiration.
plug. That's how I met him.
That's it goes.
The thoughts and statements of Just Over will not be reflected on MaxNow.tv or the Stock Club. Your discretion is advised.
Like these guys,
15?
Huh?
15-3. Sorry.
these guys, actually, coming up under Tasha the Amazon.
Shout out to Tasha.
Yeah, she's like,
We
like schooling them.
might need to get Tasha on. Can
Oh,
you guys help that?
That's already,
Can you
that's
guys
already,
help that?
that's already
Season 3?
that's already
I don't wanna make
solidified right there.
No, I didn't say
I
promises.
can send a text.
Me and Danny already worked that out.
We've been talking about diversifying because we don't have enough women on the show.
Yeah.
So it'd be dope
That's
to
why
have
David
Tasha
wears
on.
pink sweaters.
I mean, they match the shoes.
Don't do it. Oh,
He
I
did
thought you were
it.
gonna
He
kick my
did it.
mic.
He did
I thought you were gonna kick my mic.
it.
Don't do it.
He did it.
That's the new shit. That's
What
it's
was
the
your
mic kick.
inspiration
No
behind
longer
this
mic drop.
Huh?
You're just
What
done.
was your inspiration behind this outfit?
I got
That's
some
it.
shoes that need to match his shirt.
Something had to go.
No,
with
but
it.
the man can print
Shoes.
up whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And wear.
And why is that? And why can you print whatever you want, sir?
Because I'm fly as shit.
No, we need.
Hey!
You see how I throw the alley and it just goes right into the third row?
You know
That's fine, that's
what
fine.
I'm talking about.
Shot time.
Don't
Let me spell it out.
Happy birthday. Here we go.
Shut up.
That wasn't me.
No.
Call my name.
So it was you two that I've met initially. Who came after that?
Swiss probably showed up after.
Ironically, I showed up because I was with a few other people prior to,
It
and
was odd.
yeah, I was on the other side, but I guess me and Swiss were at a next community space,
Right.
further up Jane Peach.
Falstaff?
No, Jane Finch.
Okay.
It's a program called Peach over there. So me and him were kind of like homies over there, but he was in his squad, I was in my squad, and then I found my way. One of my members in my last squad kind of brought me over to Urban Arts, and
Right.
all right, well, these guys are cool, and they kind of forced me to rock with them.
I force you.
Yeah,
Stronghold.
yeah.
I don't know if that's happening.
Looking at the Don's face over here, I think it's true.
Signed the paperwork for blood.
Bro,
Yeah, you gotta see this
the
conversation.
setup was real. The lights with them, and
The lights are always-
Illuminati
it may
shit.
sound like
That
I'm
one
joking.
table in the middle with the light.
It may sound like
The
I'm
paper
joking,
and the
but the
pen.
lights with them, like Swiss, just kind of like solidified his position in the squad.
Yeah.
A week before this incident, and
Incident.
he's
It's an incident.
Yeah, I'm saying incident because
There's a lot of strongly worded messages here.
because mind you, this is the way it looks.
We're good people.
Yeah.
Good people, right
Yo.
here.
We just say
It
what
just
we mean.
it just so happens that Don over here is in his all red sweatsuit,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
like Shook.
He's on
He
his
just
show
needs,
right now.
he just needs one
He
of those
just needs them
cigars.
cigars, bro.
He got- He didn't know about the environment. So
Don't
yeah.
light it. It's for the look. Shout out to Will Smith. You're doing great on Instagram.
Facts.
He actually is.
For now.
Jeez, what do you do to
Everybody slips.
Yeah. And then there's Jaden. But go ahead. Sorry. Go
Jaden's
ahead.
doing great right now.
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
If we don't believe you, you need more people. Go ahead.
He has a lot
Sorry.
of people.
Is he hater today? He doesn't.
I am
he
Hater
doesn't-
Dave today.
he doesn't
Sorry.
rate Jaden.
Sorry.
Jaden
I don't rate
Smith.
Jaden.
He doesn't rate Jade.
Jaden has a good album.
I've been
Jaden
talking
will
about Jaden this whole
Jaden will tell you something like the marshmallow clouds of today will predict tomorrow. And I'll be like, fuck out of here, you little 14-year-old kid.
But he's right.
Sorry.
That's a fact. If you look at the clouds, you know what I'm saying? Red sky at night, sailor's delight.
Talk to him, Jay.
There you go.
Bro, listen, I couldn't hang out with this guy.
Facts.
I couldn't hang out with this guy. I'd be sitting there all day
Jaden
doing
trying to
this.
save the world. He's mad.
Can I just sit here?
Wait, you
Why you gotta make me
serious?
laugh?
You don't look at the sky, know what the weather's gonna be like?
Marshmallow clouds.
Yeah, that's
He will
fine.
tell you something.
As a rapper,
was it?
should you
Darius would
understand
tell you the
descriptive
same thing.
words?
What's wrong?
Darius has sense in his head because his father know how to rein that shit in.
I don't think it has anything to do with
I was about to say the same thing.
This is all for you.
I was like, actually,
Ya basta.
all out.
Ya
It's
basta.
his father's foolishness that he learns from. Like, I don't want to be like that.
Recording, taking notes. Like,
Well, weren't you compared it, was it you that compared him to like Childish Gambino?
No, that was,
No, that
That
was
was
me.
you. Okay, yeah.
Who? Jaden?
No, it's just that
But
with Childish Gambino
was just
and
was it
Jaden
on the
Smith,
Grammys. You just had
to me,
his
it's
performance. Or?
they're actors first.
Yeah.
So listening to their music, I can see where they took their flows from, and then as an actor, made it their own.
Right.
So the music is good, but I can't believe them as artists
why not?
I
because
don't believe
everything they take is from somebody else.
Every artist is taken. Great
Yeah.
artists.
Today, yeah. Well, no, it's true.
Great
But-
artists have to steal.
The
It's
best,
just
the best marketing
that much,
campaign
but at the
has
same
been
time-
stolen
Yeah.
from the
I
best
still
marketing
look for
campaign.
that I
Like
get.
That's
you
it.
can be influenced by people, but you don't have to sound like them. You know what I mean? Like
That's
little
the
bits and
difference.
bites you can take, but I don't want a full song sounding like this person's song.
Yeah.
Okay,
the
That's
difference.
what's crazy.
Let's take it.
But what is who does Icon? Who does Icon sound like?
That don't sound like
Who?
nobody.
Jaden's
I
last
don't
song,
remember the
Icon.
actual
I'm just an
song.
icon living. That's
I just
Actually,
took it
that's
one time.
hard.
Icon living.
I don't know who that sounds
But
like.
it's not what I'm saying. Like
Tesla.
I'm not saying his
All
music
right.
is bad. It's good music.
Yeah.
It's
But-
it's the rebels
You don't
of today.
feel it. You don't feel where it's coming from.
Exactly.
I
Yeah, I
question
get
it.
that.
I'm not
Are you
gonna lie.
supposed to though? That's the question.
Are
I
you
think
his
you
market?
No,
Yeah.
and that's why I say it. And I say it, and it's funny. It sounds funny, but I'm in bed at 8. I don't care what happens. Like
So why are you so
when
mad then?
when Charlemagne says says hold
Passionate
on.
about his naps.
I am. I've actually taken a nap before I went to sleep. Yeah.
Let it resonate.
Let that linger.
When Charlemagne says I don't talk to niggas after 5, that's my shit. Like I'm in bed. I don't care what happens on social media after 8 o'clock. 'Cause I'm in bed.
That's my prime time, bro.
Black Twitter is popping.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
all the good shows
Shout
just
out Twitter,
finished.
so it wouldn't matter.
No, real shit. Like that. But that's me. That's me. When I want to find out what's going on in music, I'll hit him up. I'll hit up my boy Mega. I'll hit up, but that's just me.
For the most part, you're not missing anything.
That's it.
Depends what you listen to.
I'm old.
No.
I'm old.
They not on Twitter.
No, but
No, but like you're
when we
missing.
talk about, we're like, what's happening in music? I'm like,
What's
Hard to,
happening
like-
in music that
yeah.
intrigues you guys right now?
yeah.
There's this kid, I don't want to call him a kid, that's fucked up. There's this guy, Valet from Chicago, that I'm paying close attention to right now.
Okay.
See, this is the shit that I like to hear. 'Cause, like, you wouldn't, that's not something we might have heard of right now. But I saw your face when I questioned, and that's my face too. It's like,
Yeah, I had to think. I
Yeah,
had to
like-
think.
Who as the producer,
Mhm.
as the engineer here, who do you listen to? Who are you paying attention to?
There's a kid from Regent called Lil Barrett.
What is with the little man?
I'm telling you, these are Little Wayne's kids.
Oh,
So
for
they all
sure.
Lil.
But
We
you know
just
what?
we just had the
Oh,
conversation
correct.
before you guys got here, and he was just like, "Why is everybody little?"
There's like 800 littles, man.
Remember Word Up magazine? All
Yeah.
the Lils, that was like the prime time for Lils, but everything was
Thank you.
cyclical. Man.
But when was that? When was that? Word Up magazine. When was that?
That was like 90s. Yeah.
And there was a lot of littles.
A lot of Lils.
there was.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just making sure. Go ahead. Rebuttal. You're there. You're there.
I want him to finish answering the
So you
question.
think about it.
I'm not rebuttaling this bullshit.
Yeah, it's dope. You know, he's talking about, what it's really like out there, and I think for us growing up, it was the gangster rappers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The guys from Record, from Scarborough, James Strip, So it's like now that they've all kind of grown or they've been caught up, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's kind of happened. You see the new generation, and I think for right now we're in a different space because there's a lot more opportunities for them to pop.
Right.
Right.
It would have been for the guys, the same guys doing it from the neighborhood, 10 years ago. So
Right.
I think for me, it's
Is it kind of like same topic but different sound?
yeah. And it's I don't want to say it's immature because I think that's what we're getting at, right? Like
That I
You
can't
gotta-
say that because at 10 years old I was listening to Snoop Dogg. Like, you know what I mean? Like the shit we were listening to, we can't sit there and say what they talk about now. It's just
That's
that
facts.
we're the adults now looking down like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll say this, though. I'll
You
say
have
this.
69 tattooed on your face.
I'll say this. Though.
No, but
That's a
Snoop
different
Dogg
life,
did not
though.
have a tattoo. on
I'll
his
say
face.
this. I'll say this.
Still,
If Snoop Dogg, and it was normal for a lot of artists back then to have tattoos on their face, there probably would be a lot more people. With
Probably
tattoos
would.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Because
But-
fact of the matter, people have tattoos today.
Yeah.
Just because of rappers.
Let's keep it a buck though. Tupac made tattoos like body tattoos,
Exactly.
showing it off. He made.
Just
that
remember
fly.
when Iverson first came.
And
to
he
the
did-
league.
Yeah, I was just about to
He
say
didn't really
Iverson,
have that
Tupac
many
and Iverson.
tattoos.
He didn't
Right.
have that many
I
tattoos.
like saying Iverson, but Iverson is hip hop anyway.
No, but remember when Iverson came into the league?
No, yeah.
It was a big deal for Iverson to be on the court with tattoos on.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
let's take it
And
further.
braids.
And then
let's take it
and
further.
braids,
than
but
that.
hold on. But Iverson only has 7 tats.
Let's take
You
it
look at some
further
of these
than
guys
that,
now,
though.
He had
they
huge-
got
Hold
no
on.
space.
Hold on.
Shout out
the-
J.R. Smith, gang, gang.
Hold on. Hold on. The fact that you said that is funny because Michael Jordan in his day was hip hop and he was the hoop earring.
Yeah.
It was just the hoop earring.
And the chains. And the
That's it.
chains.
And
the
the
chains.
little chain.
And the
And the
gambling.
gum.
The
And the gum.
gambling
Let's not forget
profusely,
the
Mike.
Yeah.
That's something else.
Yeah.
Though. That's something else. Though.
And the Toronto sex ring. And the hangover.
It wasn't me.
Jordan.
When you trying to brand somebody, they saying it wasn't them.
Gang, gang, right?
You guys know who Lil Dan is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't listened to his music, but
Have you guys
I've
seen
the-
Shameless?
Yes.
I've heard to watch
Prince
it.
Keep both those things in mind real quick.
Okay.
Emma was our internet guru.
Okay, we're waiting for it.
Yo, do you know fucking Stat Quo's behind Lil Xan?
No, I
Is
did not
he?
know that.
No, is that for real?
No, it's not for real, but
That's wild.
Is it?
Let me see.
you would have thought.
Looks like him though.
Bro.
Stat Quo's his manager.
That's funny.
I can believe that.
Stat
That goes his
Quo's
manager.
Stat Quo signed to Dre, disappeared for a little bit.
Yeah.
His manager.
Lil
bro.
Dan?
I'm not.
That's what's up.
I want to say I'm
It's good
not
to know he's
mad at
still
it
working.
because
You're not mad at it because
No.
you know where he learned it from.
no, because Stat Quo should have, and there's a lot of guys from Aftermath that should have gotten the proper light. Stat Quo worked his ass off.
Yeah.
You know, if you
Hey!
to credit deserved, I guess.
To credit deserved?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Stat Quo.
Go stream credit on YouTube. Supreme Swiss featuring me.
Oh, that's a dope joint.
What do you guys listen to?
Oh, I'm old. I'm old. I'm old.
No, but you still outside of that. That's the only person that you looking out for. That's the only person that you're looking out for.
There's a lot of kids, man. Shout out to Upstairs. Always up, fam. There's a lot of people we can shout out because we're still hands on with shit.
Okay.
I'm saying people could come see us for real and sit down and talk to us. What we've been doing the past years is just trying to give people advice that we had to fall on our face and learn shit. Just so whatever you deem to be the next step, in taking that we could try to cut it in half by telling you, hey, this is what we learned.
Right.
And do that. So that's pretty much what we've been.
Most important lesson that you learned.
The first one is for you. The second one is for the people.
And is
He
there
writes this down, you know.
is there a
I'm sure he does.
This is
I'm
a
sure he
site,
does.
Yeah,
is there a specific there a-
That's 3 that I
Yeah, you
So
you gotta
far,
take
right?
notes all night.
But this is important. Imagine if we were all like artists, just sitting down trying to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? The sharing of information was something that kept people apart for so
Right.
long.
and you sit him down, and you're like, listen, young.
That's
it.
I don't want to say young.
That's
Listen, young. Red Sky at Night, Sailor's Delight.
That's actually one reason why I'm a fan, but I'm not when I see them, it's kind of whatever. Most of the circle click, because the circle click actually did the opposite of what you're talking about. They held on to the information. If you weren't the
It's
circle,
early though. It's
Early-
early.
late.
They're really the template of what's going on now. So
no,
it's hard for me to fault
wait.
them.
Who's the circle click?
Oh,
Cardi,
Cardinal,
Julie Black,
Julie Black.
Oh, okay, I know them.
Okay, but yeah.
What's the other?
I was
one?
about to. I was
Roll
about to be offended.
Solitaire.
I was thinking
I think
of
they did
them
it right.
from
They
the
did it.
Fresh
They
Arts.
did it. They did it right for
I would
them.
have understood if you're like,
Okay,
the
okay.
people who spawned
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
They did it
yeah.
right for them.
Yeah.
Right. But as if you they weren't going to help Chaos out. Chaos had to help them out first.
Yeah.
Right. They weren't going to help.
Yes.
But
the
that's a
Rascals out.
reflection.
They weren't going to help the Rascals out.
You know
Rascals
Chaos?
had to help them out.
Whoa,
first,
whoa,
fuck with
whoa,
Chaos,
whoa!
though.
We can't.
Right.
I wasn't
Those
there.
are major
Whoa.
stars. Yo,
Hold on, guys.
I wasn't there.
Hold on, guys.
Shot clear.
Hold on.
Hey,
I'm
alright,
sorry. Before you guys got here, I wasn't there. Before you guys got here, them two had an intense something that me and you gotta have a conversation now. Chaos definitely deserved that information.
As a person?
Chaos
Chaos is nasty as an artist.
for what he's done.
You know?
For what he's done,
It is
he
hard.
deserved that information.
I'm not
Even in
putting- I'm not-
96, 97.
Listen, I'm not putting down what he's done as an artist, and I even like some of his music. But as a person, I've heard nothing but bad things.
You've heard, but you haven't met him.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a nice guy.
the only
I
example,
have met him.
I never met Chaos,
And that,
but
like-
I fuck with his music.
I met Chaos. Chaos was rolling through the
Chaos.
street in the middle of the road on Bay near ACC, singing like a madman.
Let's keep
And
it
I'm
real.
like, no, I'm keeping it real.
No.
And I'm like, yo, I'm looking, I'm like, yo, is that Chaos? And
Let's keep it
I'm like,
funky.
yo, Kevin. He's like, hey, man.
And that's where we got the A.
And then he jumped out the road and came on the sidewalk and talked for a bit.
Let's keep it funky. What Chaos and Socrates did set the blueprint.
Socrates.
It's how many shots have you had?
You showed up late.
No.
You got the
I was
chance.
early.
Right.
I was early to the party.
You're not first, you're last.
He was the only one at the party for
What Chaos and Socrates
Right?
did for Toronto and the rest of the country, you gotta give him his props. You have to. Like, he paid, like, guys are singing now. When we were coming up, singing wasn't cool.
No.
Unless you were Domino or
Yeah,
see, you
You
know.
know what? Just
I don't know.
to kind of go off of that,
You don't know?
I just don't know if they've actually paved the way for it to allow singing in
It wasn't
You have to
cool
start
'cause
early.
you couldn't sing.
yeah.
They started early.
Yeah, they were doing it.
They started early though.
Put
Yeah, it
Socrates
started
on the track because you know you were gonna get the vibe, but
Yeah.
Because Chaos,
be real.
Chaos came out right, I would say around the same time as Socrates.
Yeah, 95.
And his first song that really blew, he was singing on it.
Rise Like the Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't discredit that because even if, like, okay, I don't drive a car. Sorry, guys, on the road and stuff.
Oh,
Well, you're
But
not allowed to
Yeah, I know.
drive between the hours of 9 and 4
I know.
p.m.
I know. Please, leave me alone. I'm going for my G2. Fuck on. Anyway, but
As long as you're in progress, you're
what I'm saying is this.
Exactly.
Even if you get a little dent in your windshield, right? Eventually that's gonna crack. It's gonna, like, if you don't tend to that, it's going to spread. What those guys did in the very early days, 96, 97, it started that. You're gonna get to a point where you're Drake, right? You're right here, and it's the norm to do that shit. But you have to start somewhere. Chaos, Socrates did that. Got to give them the props for that.
Shout out to Sox who showed us mad love last week.
And he's gonna be on the show.
Connected out, yeah.
And he'll be on Connected. And no, sorry, he'll be on Shut Up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am.
And I'm the guy with the flask, right?
Bro, I don't know where I am.
But let's get back to it. What are you guys working on right now?
Well, I'm working on a project. It's called The Last Letter. It's just.
What letter is that?
Well, I have the letter C.
Is it Z or Z?
You see,
Mm.
I have some
He spent a lot of time in Miami.
In Europe,
He
I'm
spent a
Zen.
lot of time in Miami. Come on,
In
man.
Europe, I'm Zen.
Okay.
Okay, but down here.
Okay.
So Canada.
See how he's stunning on it?
Hey, tell him about the old two.
You feel me? I just, it's Z to me.
Patriots,
But,
Patriots touchdown.
hey man,
What's the score?
to more
They just,
down 3.
15-12.
yeah.
Where's the horn? Where's the horn?
No, you can't give a horn for that. You didn't give a
No,
horn for
if
the
you-
Eagles. You didn't give a horn for the Eagles touchdown.
Every score.
No, he's supposed to do it
Yes.
for every.
Lonzo
Oh,
said the
that was-
Eagles win, they got a free meal.
I heard they came out to Meek's song today.
Hey, that's beautiful.
Yeah. They said they're gonna do something for me.
They came out to one of his songs.
Something, huh?
I can't remember exactly what they said, but
And
they
the
did contact
the
me.
Pats
make
came out to
sense.
Marky and
So they said they're gonna
New kids.
Not body that. Just ran through every. Oh,
Everyone's distracted right now. This is ridiculous.
That's two.
That's a field goal. It's extra points.
Hey.
Everyone's distracted right now.
Hey.
yeah.
He's in the middle of his question. He's like,
Hey.
so yeah.
You working on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You know
got the last letter coming out.
Let me know when. What do you mean have?
Check it out.
You got.
All right, go fill
You're talking a
that.
lot of shit via the
Yeah.
text message. Fill that up.
Oh, you want me to get into your questions?
I'm ready. But he's answering.
I'm just saying, I got this project coming out. I have a few joints off of it out right now. Trigger Happy just released. You can find that everywhere, streaming everywhere at the moment. Yeah, so that's coming out in a bit.
Where can they find you social media?
You can find me on Instagram at the letter Z Music. I have visuals from my last single coming out as well. It was fun shooting that, and yeah.
Tell me who directed it.
We got yours truly, directed by yours truly. Of course, he needed a plug. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a coincidence we're sitting here. These alley-oops get thrown up. And,
That wasn't an alley. That was like,
Talk about it.
No, it was.
Steal.
Yeah, Trigger Happy was a dope joint, produced by yours truly as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
Playing right now.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, are you guys a collective? Are you individual artists? Are you a group?
All the above.
Yeah, I was about to say we're a collective of individual artists.
It's a lifestyle.
You guys actually work on like a main group project, or it's just you guys are together?
That's been in the works.
you've been flirting.
Check it out.
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah,
I think that should be something that you guys do still.
100%. We have
The
the material for it. We do have the material for it.
The material exists for it, but we want.
So what really
people to
inspired
invest.
this album? Well, this janitor.
he really wants to be dude
Yo,
from
can I
above
take
the
that
rim.
as a
That's a
story?
beautiful.
He really wants to be dude from above the rim right now. though.
Fuck the music. Listen. So we were working at this spot, right? And like you said, he was working there, and he come and check up on us. One day he's like, "Yo, chill with me music. I'm gonna bring my boy. It's a Monday.
Who's this boy?
I'm not gonna say any names. We're young, but we're hip. We're like close to the streets. Close enough, right? Anyway,
He's hip enough
I like-
to say hip.
Hold on. I like how he was diplomatic and he was just straightforward. Like,
And normally it's the other way around, but
You gotta have two sides of the brain.
and he was like, "Yo, what do you guys say tonight?" Like, "Yo, we chilling." So y'all want to turn up? I said, "Cool, bro." I kid you not, that was like the greatest night of my life. We went to Hooters, went to the strip club, went back to. I won't say
some other things
don't
happen.
stop now. Don't stop. You were on a roll.
He has an ill whip that just came out.
He's right by
And
me.
the
I
gas
learned
ran
so
out.
much
I'm
about
not
him
gonna
that
say what
night.
model it was.
I learned so much about just how the world works.
Hey!
Leave it at that.
It's a family show.
Still the homie till this day.
Glass.
Hold on. Hey, I was
To David.
Hold on.
This
You
shot
guys
goes to the
got
janitor.
branded
Hold on, no.
shotguns.
To humble beginnings.
humble
To humble
beginning.
beginnings.
West
Where's
the road
that
all
too?
day, every
Yeah,
day.
that sounds like something he's here to say.
You know,
I said it.
great minds drink alike.
Yeah, that was fun.
So,
That was a wild night.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you, what are you working on?
wow.
I know I've heard one song from you. It was with Church. She was
Oh,
fire.
shout out
The
to
video was
Church.
fire.
We might need to
Shout
get
out to
church.
church. Yeah, we
bombs.
can get church on for sure.
It wasn't.
Church is the homie though. Shout out to Church.
That wasn't your video? Jake the Large.
He was in the
Okay.
video.
He was in the video.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he wasn't on the
That
song.
song was
Yeah.
wicked anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Okay.
That means a lot to me.
But when I saw the video, I'm like, that video's, oh yeah, you walk up to phone call. Yeah, okay.
We're doing a thing with the videos too, where we're connecting all of them.
All the
Yeah,
storylines.
like-
storylines.
And where can they find those videos?
YouTube, this Just Over Music, Just Over Brilliant, the letter Z, Jake the Large.
Connecting all stories as artists. So
It's
his visuals tie into.
To your.
So you guys like the Marvel universe.
I see.
That's
that.
it, literally.
Like
Literally.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
In the West
Yeah.
End, though. You can
Yeah.
find us still.
In the West End.
We some Africans up in this.
I'm actually Jamaican, but like you do your research. You do your research.
Ancestry.com.
You know exactly where they
See?
took us from.
See? Ancestry.com. There we go. There you go.
So what else are you working on? What are you working
Man, the last few years I've just been dealing with other artists and trying to help with their projects. I've been doing a lot of songwriting. my actual project, DLRG.
Free DLRG, please. Free DLRG.
Been locked up.
Yo, it's a dope ass project,
Okay.
and he's been holding on to it for a hot minute. If you guys, I don't know if he's listening to me.
See, but he holds on to a lot of things. As far what I realized, like
Oh,
he has a
trust.
book. No, he has a book that he's written too, and he's
Is
holding
that
on to that
false?
book.
Oh yeah, I sent you the first chapter
Yeah,
of the book.
he has a book that he's been working on, and he's been holding on to this book. And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
the hell you
They've
doing?
Oh my
never
God.
read the book, eh?
Is the book
They've
finished?
never read the first chapter. I'm in it. That's all I'm
You're
gonna say.
privileged.
But I've been working on my album DLRG. It's pretty much like playing through levels of my life. So you start in the hood and dealing with everything that comes with that, like the pressures and the choices that you have to make. I feel like I had options, whereas I could go in the streets and do this. I could go here and do that. I've worked every possible job. Like I've done everything. I've lived a really
Janitor?
full life. I've never been a janitor. Actually, as a matter of fact, I worked at the movie theater at Yorkdale, and I had to do some janiting.
Did you just verb that?
He did. He did.
You just verb that?
I feel like
Where's
you guys
the
are gonna get
control?
along.
You see the audience face? Like, did you just?
No, because you know what? Because he just said it like it was nothing. Like
Like
it
it's
was
a thing.
already a
You know
thing.
why? Because
Like
you
I
know
said
what I
last week,
mean.
nigga.
I do know what you mean.
Everybody feel me. That's what I'm saying. Why am I gonna act like I gotta explain some shit? You know what I mean? But
Okay.
the album, you're playing through it, so you go through that. You go through when I'm starting to feel like I'm a man now. Like you get into the age where you're a teenager, you feel like you can make decisions and you feel grown, even though you really don't know shit in the grand scheme of things. And then you experience what you perceive as success, or at least like a taste of it. So you kind of play through the whole thing like a video game.
Yeah.
There's some Street Fighter samples that I'm not gonna clear. If Nintendo sues me, it means the album was really good.
Oh,
Exactly.
exactly.
Don't you worry about it.
Free
until they come out.
DLRG.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
My defense is
This guy-
if you want to sue me, you have to admit that it's lit.
This guy-
Exactly.
Let me
That's the only
ask
reason
you
they'll come for you.
Yo, Don,
Is if they're like,
I mean,
yo,
like, yo,
I like this shit.
that is
Stop it
like-
before it gets
My
Let me
lawyer
ask
told me
you
to keep it calm, you know.
Hey, my lawyer's like a pit bull dog fight. I'm just saying.
Let me ask this then. When you started it, what did you think was the ceiling of success? Each of you,
I didn't have
because you had you've done things, right? But everybody has their sort of made it moment, or this is what I envisioned making it is. What was making it to each of you?
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah.
I wanted to be accepted by like the circle of Toronto, like the cliques and all that stuff. And shout out to Tika Simone. She's doing wonderful things right now.
100%.
Tika,
Yeah.
we need you on the show.
Come through. She was putting on these events. She put on a rap battle, and I came through. That's where I met Church, and we got to battle. That rang off. I went undefeated. I won.
Body.
And,
Body.
This is
Said it
outside
matter.
of the rap
Matter.
city, or
This
this
is
is
before rap. This is how
Never
I got.
lost.
Okay.
When I went to Rap
He's
City,
never lost.
they were like,
Never
"Oh,
lost.
you battled Church."
Okay.
So the girl who's doing her auditions already heard about me from that. You know, but I was going through this thing. We got to perform and we won, and like all these different artists were there who were like buzzing at the time, and like we're fans. So we're like, shit, like we're in the room with these people. Like, so we started shouting people out, like, "Yo, I see you. Yo, I fuck with that song."
And they
Like,
wasn't fucking with us.
They weren't fucking with
At all.
us. Everyone was just standing there,
That
like,
kind of goes with what you were saying.
like, "Yo, hurry it up, man." Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We try to go. So like that really burned me. So I'm like, yo, next time all these people are in the same place, the place is gonna be packed, it's gonna be full, and it's gonna be for me. Like no one's gonna be fucking with anybody else. And that exact thing happened at a Tika Simone event, and
That he body.
that I bodied. I did 2 in a row. I bodied both of them, and then that was my moment where I was like, okay, I can check this off. Now it's time to get to the next thing.
Right.
But I never had like a ceiling on my shit. Like,
Right.
why stop? If you could win once, you could win again.
Again, you've never lost.
Yeah.
Like
So
after
stop
Rap
ready.
City, after Rap City, like Rap City is done after that.
Well,
There's
get
no
into Rap City.
after that.
Get into Rap City.
Rap City ended because
Well, first of all, it ended because they got their interview with Drake, and that's all they wanted.
no interview with Drake brought the show back.
No, that's why they got the show.
No, then they started doing the weekly. I didn't go on right away.
I don't know. I know you know David Salton, right? I know Hater Dave. Continue, please.
Hate or name on a hate.
Please
I
continue.
remember
Continue.
they did that show. Let me break it down. They did the New Year's Eve
Ya
show.
basta. Ya basta. Ya basta.
They
This
did
guy's in the corner
New Year's Eve
singing.
show to bring Rap City back. I remember watching that interview on TV. This
Yeah.
week people still watch TV.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
I'm old, so I still watch TV.
He
I
doesn't
watch
have-
shit on.
He
my
doesn't have
TV.
Netflix.
I watch TV at 7:30 right before I
Prime
go to bed.
time.
Okay.
Old school prime time.
Yeah.
But they tell you this is when it's lit.
He's still watching
On
Family
Fox.
Matters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did Rap City, and the prize was fucking turntables. It was weird, but
Yeah, for art.
You
for
think, you
MCs.
think for a rapper,
You won it,
you know,
though.
like
I won.
You won.
The
change
thing
your
was-
career
I know
after
you
this.
won.
Yeah,
If you went undefeated 5 weeks, you would go into the Hall of Fame. There'd be a big Hall of Fame battle.
Yeah.
My first week was supposed to be Church's last week,
right.
right? And the whole thing was rematch, like to build this up. It's like, yo, these guys battled before. Jay won, but Church is bodying it. He has a remix project behind him. It's 50
Yeah.
niggas
Yeah.
coming out.
Yeah.
It's a wild show every
Right.
time. That was
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
touchdown.
we're close, Meek. Yeah, they pushed the shit back, like, yo, let Church rock, because he's gonna kill the next guy. Just let him rock, and then we'll put you on, and then we'll work up to it. So I was like, I took it as, all right, this is kind of
Disrespect.
not disrespect. It's kind of fucked up because for TV, you guys could have built it as this big rematch. It would have been a great episode. And I came from broadcasting school, so I understand how to build things.
Right.
Right. But they pushed it back. I ended up having to start from scratch with just new people,
Right.
which I did, and it was great. I had momentum. People all over the country hitting me, so we just dropped the album. And just started rolling from it.
Right.
And I got offered a deal from that. That was cool. And I got to really feel like shit was working. I got to tell my mom, hey, dropped out of school, but yo, got a contract on the table.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's always a good feeling.
I mean, it didn't
'Cause-
happen that fast.
Did you
Did you
but I'm
not say,
saying.
"Hey, mom" on TV?
My mom knew I was on TV, but it wasn't like she found out like in my last week, like, oh, everyone at church is talking about you. And I was like, fuck, because I was like robbing people and shit.
What was your mom doing at church? Like,
My mom's a minister.
Oh, church.
No, no,
Not church.
Get one car.
No. Listen. I pride myself on being quick. That
was quick.
That guy is something different.
That was quick.
He's something
That was
different.
quick.
That was tight. My mom was like, everyone's talking about you. I seen the episode on TV, like, you doing your thing. I was like, cool. That's when like the pressure kind of like let off, because I was like, I was going to school for her. You know what I mean? Like my brother and my sister went to school. I have two little sisters that went to school and did their thing. So like I was the only one that was like, I'm not doing this. So when I got to do the TV thing, it was like national.
Come on, bro.
It was a good time.
Oh, you're right. I respect that though. I respect that you saw what I was saying.
We need to prep some of our guests sometimes because this has been happening too often. I'm sorry.
I feel like there's a little bit of time.
Sorry.
You know, you have to-
Let me just say this.
Are you hit?
No, I'm saying you ain't
No.
Are you hit?
Let me just say this.
That's fucked up. We're not promoting that.
no, we
Real shit,
promote
not at all,
responsible
not at all.
drinking here.
Not at all.
Season 3 coming soon.
Yeah.
Everything will be let out.
Everything will be let out.
No, thank you.
Pastoral.
I respect
Okay.
that though.
Okay.
I respect that.
My mother is deep in the church, so I get it. Was there anybody that ever said to you, music is this, that, you can't do it, you can't? Was there any specific? No, but like specific to what you were doing that said you can't do it, that you remember that you can all share?
One time. Everyone I've ever come across is like, yo, you need to do this.
Give us specific. Just give us one.
I'd gone back to Jamaica in 2013 to like kind of catch up on my whole family because my whole family's there, like everybody.
Plus, you needed to know the 1-2 when you get to the dance hall.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
go
saying?
ahead.
I was getting busy.
I didn't want to be the one to say. It's not my story.
Yeah.
But you know,
Fucking it up. But like,
You're next.
yeah, my cousin is a real G. Like he's successful in business. Used to be a police officer. You know, like the first gun I held was his gun. You know what I'm saying? License and everything, just out on the table. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Yo, you know, this shit's not gonna work. You know what I mean? Like this, you're wasting your time. You know, I wish I would have took custody of you. Like your mom failed. Like he went in on me.
And this
Wow.
seems like one of the real
Wow.
people
My-
to you.
Yeah, like this is someone I smoked my first cigar. I was like 6 with this guy.
And your second was with him.
we're not questioning his decisions. We're not questioning his decisions. Jamaica's all rugged. My cheese It's all macho. We're not questioning his decisions.
All verb, no combo.
All word,
All
no
word,
combo,
no combo.
straight action. You know what I mean? So it hurt me that it came from him. We're on the way to his house, and he's got like a 4-story house.
Hey!
Let's get drunk.
Bro, you need to start taking that one.
I'm gonna take that too.
Like,
To non-believers, it helps.
To non-believers.
To non-believers, it helps.
To non-believers.
Here we go.
turn up the box.
You obviously didn't take that, or you did take it to heart.
I took it personal because it was the first time I ever heard
Yeah.
that.
Right.
And it happened so late.
But you allowed that to fuel you.
don't
I mean, you
really-
could take that one way or the other, right? You can take that and feel discouraged, or you can take that and be like, fuck that.
I don't really let it like fuel me because like fuck them.
Yeah.
It'd be like out of love.
I give you a blight just because history, right?
Yeah, because your family, and I understand where you're coming from, but like you live in Jamaica, everything's easy if you're already rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like come to Canada and get rich. Like you're like get out of here.
What was your
I just sweat.
experience?
My experience, I mean, for my Africans out there, just coming from a household where like I come from royalty, you know, and there's a high expectation when you come from like a household like mine.
T'Challa.
You know what I'm saying?
Real T'Challa, right?
Real T'Challa over here.
Oh, this is happening for the rest of the episode. Sorry, I'm sorry. By the way, the casual fan, YouTube.com/Welcome to the Shot Club Podcast. It's happening. Yeah,
you
we
guys
do
talk
it.
about
We
that
doing
on
that. We do that. Hayden Davis got a show coming through soon.
Let T'Challa finish his story.
T'Challa.
Nah, but it's real. Like coming from a family where all of my siblings and my cousins, doctors, you know, lawyers and all of that stuff. And bro, '96, I heard My Way album
Yeah.
by Usher, and I was like,
I don't know what else to do.
I don't know what else to do if it's not that. I want to go right across the street. You know?
Especially when you see all the girls in your
Exactly.
class doing like the way they looked at Usher.
The fact me
Yo,
having
my
to
man.
say I
I sure made
sang,
Tyrese look like a bitch.
bro.
He did. Honestly, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he was like
dancing and shit.
he was
Bro.
like 17 when that came out.
And just hearing that and just still having my parents just on me on some like, you know,
bro, it's halftime.
this is what you need to do and telling me how to go about my life with the music and whatnot. My mom didn't tell me it won't work, but my mom told me like she pretty much just told me to focus on like being a lawyer because I can talk. I talk myself in and out of situations. And,
In and out.
Mostly in.
But then I always find my way out. So my mom's like, you know what, just do law.
Did you ever consider it though? Like
Yes,
like
100%.
heavily consider it.
100%. I did. And up until last week, you know, as an artist, you always have that one moment where you're like, what else could I have done? You know, if I wanted to just do something professionally, like what else could I have done? And I thought about law, but music really it hits home, you know. And my sister is a Juno nominee.
What's her name?
Her name is Isis. Yeah,
Isis.
Thunder Heist was her band at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, so she started from like hip hop, and she found her way into some like electro house funk hip hop fusion, right, of some sort. She did like numbers out in the UK and whatnot, so I followed her out there 2012. But just having, and to me, my brother before he became a born again Christian was the equivalent to Nas. Nas is like my favorite rapper, right? And my brother's Book of Rhymes. And when my sister got kicked out of the house because it was either choose music or a place to stay.
Was she speaking in tongues though?
You know, hey, she
yeah. I know all about that shit. Hold on. Let me get my goatee. Hold on.
He's like, let me get right.
Yeah.
But on my sister's way out of the house, she took my brother's Book of Rhymes. She
Use that.
yeah, but she admitted it too. Like,
Yeah.
she used my brother's, not to say that she didn't have the talent on her own, but she used my brother's rapping ability to kind of like
Great artist steal.
Yeah, that's it.
We discussed
It was a white binder.
Yeah.
It was a white binder.
Your brother's the
The
original
guy with
Quentin
the
Miller.
red thermal.
My bro,
Come on, man.
my bro's
That's the handshake
he's the
button.
original Quentin Miller. That's it.
Who told you don't do it?
Yo, you know, I've never really gotten that out of. I think everyone who sees me work is like, yo, you guys can do it. You guys can do it. You know, for me, it was, you know, sad to say, it was more so from home. You know, I think everyone wanted me to be like a doctor or a lawyer or something. You know, I did go to school. I went to U of T, but for me, it was like, you know, at some point you got to ask yourself, you know, like, what can you do for the next 30, 40 years?
Right.
That you wouldn't
Yeah.
mind doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny?
Exactly.
You know what's funny? We're in an age now where it's going to be weird telling our kids
Yeah.
what to do with the next 30 years of,
Yeah.
of their life, because our parents came from a generation of
Yeah.
find that job and stick with it for the next 40 years.
It's not like that anymore.
It's not.
You
It's
can
not.
average
It's
uni
not it.
graduates to
I had
change
this
Well, it
conversation
doesn't
with you.
really exist
Like,
anymore.
3 days.
Now it's like find 3 jobs.
Yeah.
And
No,
make
find
more-
3
yeah,
jobs and
exactly.
4 roommates.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you can survive.
Yeah.
And now you can survive.
Yeah,
That,
exactly.
not like
And now
whatever.
you can
You're-
stay in that really sort of cheap apartment. Not like now you can have a
I
house
don't, you
and
don't
a
want to
family.
sustain. You want to
Yeah.
build and
Yeah.
progress.
It's just a different day and age,
Yeah.
and we're not used to it. We're really
Nobody's used to it.
we're at the ground floor, really, of us living right now and experiencing it and saying, what am I going to tell my children to do?
What are you going to tell your children to do?
I mean, for me, just you guess you got to follow yourself. You got to be your truest self at all times. You know, it's
It's really all you can do.
it's a different world we're in for sure. You know, like I tell my mom all the time now, like,
No.
yo, like 30 years ago, our situation
I thought
was
you-
different. Like,
Right.
I'd be able to take care of you in a different way. You know?
Right.
For now, you know, I gotta build.
Now you're on your own.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, though.
Guan.
That's exactly what it is, though. Because if you don't build,
Yeah.
right? If you don't learn to build yourself up, I just posted this the other day. Like, how much would it cost? What's your number to
Yeah, I
quit
saw that.
your job, work for yourself? Like, what's your number, right? Like mine, if I said, let me see what I can do in 6 months, I'm looking at 80 grand, right?
But that's not
for
it.
6 months.
You said
quit.
you said that was to live and then overhead. That doesn't leave you much overhead to start anything.
But like, it doesn't.
But that's
Right?
his number.
But that's my number for 6 months. That's my number. Like another guy broke it down. Like for him, if he was to do it for a year, his is 80. But if he was to do it and not look back, $500,000.
Wow, I mean, yeah, if we all
Right?
had $500,000, then,
Look
then
back
like,
anyways,
I'd be
is what
good
I'm
to
saying.
start.
But that's his
Leave.
Yo,
Leave.
I'm saying,
I haven't
I'm
looked
saying,
at it.
look,
but he doesn't have the same gumption to go and do something.
Right.
He's like, if you need $500,000 to do something, you got $500,000. You could do.
Whatever you want
Really
to do.
what
Right.
the fuck you
There's
want.
got to be something within you that
Just don't get a
says,
McLaren. That's all.
yo, I think money,
I saw your conversation.
I honestly think money is like is pointless,
Bro.
especially in a day like
You're
that.
like,
I don't-
okay, dog.
And not like pointless, like you don't need money. I mean, like pointless in the sense like whatever you're doing, you can't have money attached to it because you will lose. You know what I
Right.
mean, you'll get your money.
but
You'll
that
get paid.
hold on. But that comes with age and wisdom. Like,
Yes.
we're all at that age where we've.
Well,
gone
we're not
through
as
that.
old as you.
No.
We're all at the age of game.
We're all at some age.
We're all old souls.
Back in my days.
You got a flask, so
Yeah.
I already gave him 10 on it.
No, but it really is.
You already got 10 on top of the
We've-
flask.
yeah.
Like,
We've all experienced the point in our life as artists, as entrepreneurs, where it's just like, what am I gonna do to get over? Right? So there's now this generation, and we're talking about Tekashi, and we're talking about the artists you don't want to name them for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I
I
think that
just want to
guy's
promote
dope,
that
by the
girl.
Nah, name
But
one.
no.
That's-
The reason. Hold
Hey,
on.
people have
I'm not laughing at
past.
that, by the way.
I love
No, no,
I love
like,
R.
right
Kelly.
now.
Hold on.
I love
No.
R. Kelly.
No.
It's right now,
The
though.
reason.
Hey, go to YouTube and stream
I
R.
wasn't
Kelly
there.
live in Oakland
Bro,
Theater.
he
I
just
wasn't
came
there.
out and he has a video saying,
Okay.
I'm
No.
a child
But
molester.
we're talking.
But
We're
you
talking
cannot
about.
But that
compare
gumbo
his
track is
talent
hard.
with R. Kelly's talent.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
about talent.
No.
Right now, the music industry is like crack. I wasn't
No,
there
but
for 85 when
But
crack
you love
was
R.
hot.
Kelly because he's amazing.
Yes.
You love Tekashi 6ix9ine because
I don't
He's
love
not- he's
Tekashi
not
6ix9ine. I
You don't
understand,
love-
I
you don't
understand where it's coming from.
I'm a fan of his energy. Not I mean,
Energy,
there's a
that's-
negative.
he had that
Is it-
energy in that room when they were like pounding down.
But
that
you want
13-year-old.
to know something?
I
Like
didn't see
like I've been saying all night, I wasn't there, but I feel like as anybody of any male right now, you're a target. Anybody.
Okay,
I don't
hold
think
on.
anybody's safe right
Let's
now.
let's
Certain
get to
things
that.
you can do or not do.
Are we
Right.
doing that? We
Let's-
have
like a
No.
13-year-old in the
We are.
room. You can avoid that.
Yeah.
Let me
No,
tell
no.
my church.
Get in your chi. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to get in your chi.
Or
Oh,
something.
is that-
Go ahead.
This is
No,
my
no,
chi.
no.
All
I'm like, oh my God.
Not even go on yet. I was like,
No, I saw him like handing out shots.
I'm just getting him
Hold
ready.
on.
Is
Hold
there
on. Hold
another
on.
beer? Because I gotta get my chi.
You guys want to talk? Why?
I thought you were in your chi. The scarf one.
Yeah.
Hey!
Great
No,
timing.
we're not talking cars.
Great
timing.
We're not talking though.
Chi.
To cheat.
Chi. Everybody need that.
Tai Chi.
Oh man, y'all are ridiculous.
Okay.
We back up yet?
We don't have a whole lot of time left. We got about 10 minutes.
Let's take 2 more shots.
Really?
No.
I thought we were gonna finish the bottle.
Oh, we're
Huh?
gonna
No.
let's go after show.
8:20.
Come on, Jay.
No,
Oh, yeah,
hey, we got this.
I didn't see Maestro's after show.
We got this. He seemed concerned. He seemed concerned.
Tomorrow is Monday. I just want to make that clear.
Hey, it's what we do.
It's
You know
Monday
what
for
I'm saying?
everyone else. We're artists. It's
I was
everyone.
just gonna say, yeah.
First of
No,
all,
I want to talk to you guys about my program.
Yeah, we got to talk to him about his program.
Talk
It's in the
about real
program.
business.
let's get to that.
Yeah,
Let's get
okay.
Square
Yeah.
is great sample if you're producing.
I'll do it super quick. So I run
No,
a
take your time, man.
Yeah.
Explain your program.
I run a
Take
music
my
program
cheat.
for you, so similar to how me and David met, except now we do it at For Youth Initiative, 1655 Kill Street. It's a 5-day week program, and the same concept, trying to help artists get to the next level.
Who can apply for that?
Anybody can apply. There's no age limit to it. We've also got a scholarship partnership with Trevis. So if you do our program, our 12-week program, you actually get a 10% scholarship as well as some extra bursaries to go along to help you. So we help hook you up with a hard drive, help you out with some equipment. But yeah, the goal for me is really just to get kids back into music. Growing up, I think we all face the stigma around music in our homes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What I'm trying to do is make parents feel more comfortable with being able to say, listen, you like music, go pursue it. Because I think, we were talking about earlier. This is the type of industry today you can make $100. Tomorrow morning you can make $100,000. It's all about your focus and your dedication. So what we're trying to do is just give youth the option. A lot of youth a lot of the youth we work with are in the justice system. From impoverished communities, and the whole idea is just to give you that skill that you probably already wanted anyways. You know what I'm trying to say? Everyone wants to record. Everyone's doing it already in their home.
Exactly.
For me, it's like, a lot of these guys are coming out of jail. You don't need a criminal background check to be a sound engineer. You know what I'm trying to say? And for me, it's about creating those opportunities for people just to get a chance. You know what I mean? This is something I think naturally as people of color, we do very well. I think it only makes sense to push that. If I think the idea of basketball and music not being a thing is stupid. If that's what we're good at, let's
Keep it.
let's kill it. You know what I'm saying?
Like because with my son, I have never pushed him into doing anything he didn't want to do. But if he's showing focus in something, then I'll push him. I'll push him further to like excel in that. Right. But if he's like, I don't like it, I'm not gonna force him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a lot of things like No, don't put him in basketball, even though they dribble the ball like an animal. No, don't enroll in basketball.
Can we preface this though?
No.
No. Can we preface it?
I'll preface it.
No.
Our heroes are superheroes. Back to the fucking Black Panther thing. We don't have superheroes. Our superheroes are fucking basketball players
or former drug dealers.
Our drug
dealers.
No. Our rappers are. There are people who are just in specific fields. You don't have someone being like, "Damn, your cousin Dave is a doctor. He's lit." Right. They use it as your cousin Dave is a doctor. What are you doing?
Exactly. I get that, but I want to preface it because for those watching, they don't know. Like us, we know. Darius is different.
Yeah, but no,
he really
Your
is.
son is Jaden Smith.
No, he's not. He is not. He's not head. No,
he's ahead of the game.
But listen. I say that.
Put my mic on mute.
I say that because there's a lot of parents out there, our parents, and current parents, right, that force their kids into something or stop them from because it's a stereotype, right? So they stop them from what they're good at because of the stereotype, right? Or they force them into something that they have no interest in.
But what I'm saying is, and it's not just because it's us, but we have seen your son. He is the exception. He's not the rule. That's why I say that. Darius is just something. He's different. But all of us have been told because we are all interested in music. Music is an art. Art's not guaranteed. Be a lawyer.
It's not easy, but I could tell you, like I wouldn't do anything else. You know what I mean? And with all the success and the ups and downs of the business.
Yeah, you guys didn't talk about your Miami trip.
Before that. Where can they register for your program?
You can actually just hit us up, info@justovermusic.com. Just check it out.
Now, Kent.
We can talk about their Miami
trip. Can I?
No. Quick.
I want to say it because I'm not hater Dave. Hater Dave should say this. But okay.
Before you get
no.
Start with hater Dave.
No. I want to word it the right way. You guys have done business with Cash Money.
Yes.
Now,
that's family.
it's not on some hater shit. Sorry.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, you're hater Dave.
Why you hating Dave?
He's hater Dave. No. I want to make sure I word this properly.
All right, he wants to make sure he words it properly.
I want to make sure I word. No.
Unless you want to word it properly for the listeners.
No, for everybody. For you guys, for us.
Everybody knows that you trying to put some respect on the name.
I'm trying to.
Respect on his name.
Y'all get paid?
Because I ain't talking to nobody.
They're still
5 minutes.
This, so.
Okay, it's 5 minutes. Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say. The perception of Cash Money, because you guys have done business, Cash Money, is nobody gets paid, right? Lil Wayne has said shit. Juvenile has said Juvenile's like the most sold records in Cash Money. From your experience, can you say it's been a great experience? Do you like being there? What can you say to that? What can you say to the experience?
That's all. Let the Don speak.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'll start. I'll give credit where credit's due. Birdman and Slim have been nothing but like patient and like family to us. You know what I mean? Like from the whole J Soul, like I can tell you guys 10,000 stories of just how these guys looked out for us. But even
how long have you been working with them?
2 years now.
Okay.
2.5 years. Yeah. For me, it's been great. You know what I mean? Like we've been doing this program, and J Soul was one of our participants that got this opportunity. Like we were in Miami 15 deep. You know what I mean? And they looked out for every single one of us.
No questions asked.
That's 2 trips. That's 2 trips I took with the group, and then like 4 trips I took with just me and the media squad. So, I would say someone like Birdman. Because I think that's the question everyone wants to know. What's up with Birdman? That guy's serious. As far as the whole situation with Wayne,
That's what you
No, but I bring that up.
I wasn't there.
No.
It
hold
wasn't
on,
there.
hold on.
I
Yo,
bring
they see each other every
I saw
day.
Wayne do
I bring it up. No,
People don't
because
realize
we don't
that.
know that.
We
They are
saw
still
Wade
family.
every day.
They are still
What I
It's
would
not
say-
about. It's not about family. It's about business.
Okay, but the perception is. And no. Perception goes a long way. That's why I'm
I
asking.
mean, that's how we're operating.
No, because you're in
'Cause we're in
direct.
it.
You're in direct contact with them.
Yeah.
But the majority of people don't know, right? So if Lil Wayne says at one point in a concert,
Birdman.
Cost money.
Kosh money.
Kosh money.
What are we drinking?
Shout out to Koch
Compton
Records.
Morgan.
Which is now
Bro. English mix. Bro.
I don't know
what's going on with this guy over there.
Like,
Step up.
And
there.
then-
No.
I agree-
No.
I agree with
Let me
Jake,
say it.
though. I agree with
Let me
Jake,
say
though.
it. Let me say it.
I'm about fuck perception altogether, regardless of
No,
circle.
No,
But-
perception is everything.
Here's the thing.
right?
Here's the
That's
thing.
how everything's
Here's the thing.
driven.
Here's the thing. Most people are a casual fan.
Right.
Welcome to the Chocolate Podcast on YouTube. Casual fan. Sorry. But a lot of people are casual fans, so they don't know, right? All of us have music going on, right? And there's always somebody that says, "What's going on with your music? Are you signed? Are you popular yet?" Because they don't know, right? They don't know how the music works, and we're dealing with this shit on a day-to-day basis, right? So the average person doesn't know what goes on within that industry. Right. So when we as people who are making music,
Wait, people who are making music or
people are
who
making music. No, hold on.
so what do you want to know?
No. That's what I'm saying. Let me say it. Let me say it. But people who are making music are looking at what happens, and we say, "Oh, sorry. Okay,
Just get it out, bro.
people like us want to know what's going on with Baby because we hear these things and we're updated on what's going on. So we want to know if the perception is real or are we all bugging?
Like avoid signing with him or sign with him?
I'll put it like this. Like, first question we asked
hold on.
when we signed was about Wayne. I'm not gonna tell you what they told us, but
You guys put it out there.
They're not gonna put that shit out there. Where does the name come from?
Cash money.
No. Finish. Let him finish what he's saying. Go ahead. Finish what he's saying.
But like I said, like that guy's done nothing but great things for us. As far as like,
Hey!
Right.
You know,
Let's get into this last shot.
artists aren't getting paid, I wouldn't know.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? And I can say that like confidence.
I like the
From
way
when
he
left
worded that.
Miami to Toronto. But what I would say is like the situation, you know, at large is I think it's something that will clear up. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I think Wayne is like family.
We saw Wayne.
But yeah, literally
we saw
like
Wayne. There wasn't no problem.
He calls him son.
I don't even know if we're allowed to say this, but literally like we pulled up, we parked beside Birdman, and Wayne pulled beside
And it's rape.
beside Birdman, and it's like, oh, okay.
Wayne drives
And
his
there's
own race.
but there's a difference. Listen, like that's why I say fuck perception because there's a difference. People who look at perception and deal in perception, right, don't understand the difference between family and business.
But it's definitely an issue.
Wait, a toast to family and business.
Family and business.
Family and business, keep them separated.
Word up. That's a quote from my first album.
And just over before we close out, where did Just Over Brilliance come from? Brilliance.
Because at first he did
Yeah, no, that's why I'm taking your question.
Because at first it was
No, hold on. Everybody got
really
it.
nothing
Hold
to
on.
J.O.B.
Everybody got on me up for
J.O.B.
my
always
pronunciation.
Always had a thing.
No, they're not listening to you.
You pronounce it as Joe?
Some bullshit.
No.
Some
Yo, I
bullshit.
need
Go
one of
ahead.
those, eh? One of those hoodies, bro.
We will talk.
Yeah. J.O.B. always had a meaning. J.O.B. It got christened at McDonald's at Sheridan Mall.
Bomb.
It started
What I
as
said?
Come on.
It started as a
come
thing,
on,
like
come
for
on.
me, like because every rapper had a click. Like Jay had ROC. I wanted something that rhymed with ROC. Right. But everyone had a click. And for me, J.O.B. originally was Jason's other brothers. Right. And then it grew into Jump Off Boys, which was like for us in high school, that was the click. Nothing popped off without us. Like we got a party. It ain't shit if we're not there.
Right.
You know what
True
I'm saying?
story. Till this day.
To this day, you know what I'm
To this
saying?
day.
So that was just us, like, yo, it's the Jump Off Boys, it's J.O.B. And then it grew into Just Over Brilliant, which is like, if you look at the definition for brilliant, it's a bright light.
Okay.
The brightest light.
Right. Finish.
No. I just want to make sure they have enough time to.
No. Let
whatever
him
they got.
finish what you think.
We're gonna cut in seconds, right?
Yeah. No.
So like
Plug
that.
what you got. Plug what you got.
My
A few more minutes. A few more minutes.
My
Oh,
album is
okay.
hashtag brilliant. It's gonna be dropping in a few weeks. They don't even know about it. They like
This is my first time.
This is the first.
I literally been working on this since July. They don't
Hashtag
know.
brilliant.
Yo,
Hashtag brilliant.
He has an illmatic. He's been working on this for years.
I got my detox.
Yo,
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You got 2 tracks on there.
Okay.
You don't even know you have tracks. He's like,
Yeah.
come in the studio. I just want you to record this real quick. You're like, yeah, I like it. What's this for? Man,
Don't worry about it.
We're just working right now. Don't worry. We're just working.
For us this year, honestly, like I think you guys will probably get to know us a lot better this year. You know, as far as having the music out and the videos, so much.
Does that mean you guys are gonna be on the album? Because
We kind of got an album that we're working on.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Just say some tracks delivered.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
cool.
I got a studio by 316 Rustic with
Plug it.
Solitaire.
Which
Plug
I
it.
will tell you, your studio compared to the studio you started in.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
Because these guys coming from a basement in a secluded room.
Progress, not perfection.
Creaky floors.
Yo, proper preparation.
Bro, and
Before-
he's cleaning the beautiful places now. He's cleaning.
Your new name.
He's cleaning.
Hold on.
Janitor. I'm janitoring.
Hold on.
Janitor.
Hold on.
Yo, before anything.
Sanitarian.
He let us know that our music.
I got it. Hold on.
Sorry.
Your new name is Above the Rim. Go ahead.
Okay.
So?
All right.
Yeah,
so,
what's that?
to finish off,
You nutso?
pause. That's weird. But you guys go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, your links, music,
Plug yourself.
everything.
We start left to right, right to left.
Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead.
You
Go
can
ahead.
find me everywhere that you get music. Jake DeLarge, JAEK DELARGE. If you're on Instagram, just hashtag DLRG. You're gonna find me and mad German kids. You dig?
True story.
You understood it there?
And
Yeah.
Z or Z?
Z. It comes from Zeno.
It's spelled the same though, right?
You know, it's spelled the same.
Yeah. Because we got American fans watching.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you know,
It's the whole thing. The letter Z.
The letter Z is the full name. TLZ for short.
I feel
Americans will hear, another pronunciation.
They gotta press the same key on the keyboard.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you can find me. You can find me on Instagram. That's like my main thing right now. At the letter Z music. And yeah, just look up for a project. Trigger Happy out right now. Walk Out playing right now. The visuals for Trigger Happy coming out very soon.
Very soon, man. We shot a movie.
Very dope.
I like.
Yes.
I saw
Shout
the
out to
progress
everyone
of
that was
Yes,
involved.
yes. You know, we're trying to step it up this year. I go by Don Frederico. If you want to reach me, same thing on Instagram, Twitter, Don Frederico. You can check out our website, justovermusic.com. You can reach out to us, check out the studio. Like I said, we probably got one of the best facilities in the city. So come record with us, come mix with us.
The Outlet Recording Studio, just to plug in for my homies, 95 Eddystone Avenue.
Yep.
Holla at the kids. We got you as
Right,
well.
right on the block. Just come see
Straight
us.
up.
what's
You got
the
what you needed to eat.
Instagram? Just Over Music.
Yeah,
That's the main.
just over music on Instagram. You can check us out if you guys are interested in registering for the program or
Oh, give me
checking
one.
it
Give me
out.
some.
One
Some
minute.
of our
1 minute.
notable
Okay, we got one.
participants.
Let me finish.
Let's
Sorry.
put these up. Let's do
Sorry.
this.
We got 1 minute. I want all you guys to get everything. No.
Finish it. Touch with it. Can you?
No. I'm gonna get that. Yo,
You can talk and
plug.
Talk and
Shout
pour.
out-
They already plugged everything.
Shout out Brando. Shout out Shizzy.
Shout out Birdman 5 stars.
Shout out Swizzy. Birdman.
shout out.
I finally spelled something.
Shout out the whole West Side.
I finally spelled something.
Shout out to T'Challa and shout out to Wakanda. Black people, we're in this shit, man.
Well, thank you for tuning in.
Don't worry about him. No, plug that shit. We doing this shit.
Thank you for tuning into the Shot Club. You'll find us
Hold
on
on.
Instagram, Twitter.
Let me get
Shot
this.
Club Podcast.
Let me get this.
YouTube as well.
Sorry. Let me get this.
You got
Thank
5
you
seconds.
Thank you to Anthony. Anthony, thank you, Anthony. You did this shit.
We out.
Yo, I was making sure Anthony got his shit. Anthony's here for us. It wouldn't happen without Anthony. Okay? All right.
Yo, follow
He's about to get up
Twitter. And
I'm not even gonna take the shot. Where's my own shit?
Man,
Anthony, take the shot.